Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of From Season 2 Breakdown with my boy Tamon Kane over to the side of me. How you feeling? Man?
You know what? I'm feeling really good. I'm feeling a lot better this week than I felt last week about From.
Yes. So, yes. They turned up the knob a little bit. It's a little, they turned it up just a little bit.
Yeah.
They heard us. They was watching the episode.
They were watching. I understand they got rations, but you don't have to ration out the content for us. Like, give us some stuff.
Oh yeah. Oh shit. Here we got team Donna in the building, aka the Randall assassin, Sylvester Barzay in the building.
God, here's Randall.
I'm gonna have to slightly correct you on that. We aren't Team Donna, we're Team Anti-Donna. It's an easy thing people mess up every now and then. It's fine.
Hi, Randall. How are you?
First of all, they didn't want none of Randall. You saw them walk away. I don't know what Randall's doing. He's making himself a nice little throne so he can watch everyone die, I guess. I don't know what.
Sounds like something you would do.
This ain't about me right now. This is about the latest episode. This is about the latest episode.
It's about the latest. Yeah, this is about the latest episode. We're gonna definitely dive into it. Thank you for stopping by, Sylvester. Joining us
definitely
and chopping it up. We got Michael Anthony in the building. Greetings, townspeople. Facts, because you know who you talking to.
Colony House, but sure.
Team Town up in the building.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mika. They turned up the heat this episode. Yes, they definitely did. Kara turned up the heat. Yes. Thank y'all for stopping by. But here says, but you see what happens to Colony House when Donna's not there, though.
No, you see what happens to Colony House, period. Those people are unstable. Boys
will be boys, right? Isn't that what we say? Boys will be boys. So they just got into a little tip.
I don't know who we is. My boys don't stab people out of nowhere.
You never know.
Yeah. Colony House was getting a little wild and unorthodox this episode. They've been known for the wild and unorthodox, but they almost carried out one of our prophecies, in the episode. And I was like, damn, is we really doing this? And I started to feel a little bit of emotion for Ellis.
I just didn't okay, Ellis ain't my favorite person, but I didn't want him to go out like that, especially to that dude, because that dude been mouthy for a while. So to get accidentally stabbed and that dude just be like, oh, I'm sorry. Nah. He need to be in the box, but I see the boxes on pause now.
Some random stabbed Ellis, and all he had to say was, "Oh God, I'm sorry." Like, okay, that's it.
He ain't random. He was a dude that I suspected to be racist at the time when he was
That's why he
shoot up the place. Yeah,
he is, and that's why he stabbed Ellis, and that's why he accused Elgin of stealing food.
Terrible.
Which Elgin said, I was just putting my snacks in here with everybody else's.
Elgin, you stupid. Keep your snacks to yourself. We had a food shortage right now.
Keep your Cheez-Its or Gushers or whatever you got in there to yourself.
Yeah,
I just don't know what plan. I guess she must have thought everybody was high at the time, because what plan did you think you were going to explain to them as you load up your truck with food and drove away? Like, I'm sitting out my window just looking you drive away with all the food, and I'm supposed to listen to whatever lie you left with.
Especially the block is hot. The block is hot right now. Mika just said, I said that once they find out about the food shortage, it was going to get code red. I feel you.
They're going to stop putting people in those boxes and start filleting people in just a moment.
Yeah, they're going to start eating people. It's gonna get real yellow jackets real fast soon.
Real quick.
You think we're gonna get some cannibalism in this? Because I feel like it was a tiny bit alluded to this episode, although I was like, maybe I'm tripping, but I was like, if there's a food shortage, where you gonna get the food from? Because it's not like you could go down to the grocery store or grow it faster. Where we getting this food from?
What I didn't understand was, I mean, well, no, I do understand. They clearly pissed the town off because they said that like animals just wander in. So that's how they get their cows and their goats and all that other stuff. But I guess after they built that tower, all that stopped and the ground went bad or something. I don't know. But they really have.
The town said, you know what? Don't worry about it. You won't have any crops. You won't have any radios. Anything.
My money wasn't on food shortage. I didn't see that coming. I should have when Vic Peaches went MIA, but
so that makes me think that maybe this is some type of experiment. I think Jim was hinting to that last episode that he's trying to figure out what's really going on. So
there's a long ass experiment because Victor grew up in it. I mean, like at some point you gotta let somebody out, right?
You review the data. I mean, come on.
Shoot.
It's and it made me think about that experiment theory a little bit more, especially this episode with what transpired later with Boyd and one of the vampires. I was like, okay, this is getting a little like X-Files, Black Mirror, so like it's getting like what the hell is going on, and I feel like there weren't enough people that were asking those type of questions. Y'all looking out the window and Boyd come back.
I just want to say that when Boyd tells y'all that he sees worms, I hate that no one believes anything. I went through a tree. What? I'm telling you, I went through a tree. What don't you believe about anything here?
No one don't believe nothing. We can't leave this town. People come out and eat us at night. But like, I see a ballerina dancing out of nowhere. You just think I'm lost. I'm crazy. No.
Yeah. Did anyone else hate the live ballerina? It bothered me. I didn't like it at all.
I'm just wondering what piece of symbolism, like what is it representing? What is it trying to tell us? Because they keep throwing these things like the building blocks and then the twins and then the children ghosts and all this shit and the agui and every episode I'm just
agui.
Yeah, like what exactly does this mean?
They're all related to children's games or toys. Like the toy box of the ballerina, that's normally things you give kids.
True.
And then the puzzle game
blocks.
Kids. And then we're seeing the bald-headed kids, the aguis. And so like maybe it has to do with it. Maybe it has to do about games. Maybe
it has to do with Victor, the number one kid that grew up in this place.
I told y'all it's Victor.
Victor did all this. If I'd be so mad. I'd be so mad.
If Victor pulls a Saw, like the end of Saw 1,
pulls a little Kaiser Soze or whatever, start walking away from everything.
Yeah.
Like, no.
He starts commanding the little vampires. Like, okay, Victor.
You should be real mad. Your boy, who's always getting yelled at by Victor. I ain't never seen nobody get yelled at so much as
he deserves to be yelled
at. We got something.
That was the worst part of this episode. That Jade wasn't in it. So I don't.
Jade,
he wasn't in this episode, and they need to think about that.
Victor said, "Play Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, bitch," and I was like,
"We got Keeshia in the building." What's up? What's up, family? Got Keeshia in the building.
Hey.
How you feeling? How you feeling tonight? How you feeling? What were your thoughts on
Hey, I just got off of work, just having me
what?
She said that she wished Donna died too.
Stupid.
She said she wished Donna died too.
You have to be
what is my feeling?
Yeah, so like just because
what's going on with this jacked up.
Don't worry, Keishia, I got you. So I thought that Donna should have died when.
Welcome to the show.
Everybody's
Michael.
here now.
Okay, Colony House is represented. We love to see it.
You mean Murder House?
It's about the town. It's about the town. It's going down.
As the Speaker of the House.
Murder House. That's what it is. You shanking people. You letting vampires in. Like, that place is a mess. It needs to be condemned and pulled down. All right.
As Speaker of the House, I cannot confirm that a stabbing did take place at Colony House. I cannot confirm that.
Murder House.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. And first of all, with everything that keeps going down in Colony House, I feel like y'all need to rethink the fact that you're so bumfuck away from everything. Like, he had to drive that van in pitch black dark to go get him
3 minutes.
First of all, we don't know how the time's working. There's 3 minutes because we were watching it. It could have been 10 in there.
And that's what we're going with. 3 minutes for him to drive down that dark ass road to get to that that town where buildings collapse.
Apparently, y'all ain't got band-aids there. You ain't got no band-aids. You ain't got no doctors. All those people there, all they good for
that's in the town.
Smoke weed.
Yes.
And apparently not even grow crops.
Entertainment. That's it. And we grow stuff. We
not anymore. We ain't growing enough.
we built the economy in the town. Y'all just there.
We did. All y'all do is leech off of us. Stick y'all little broke down homes.
Okay.
But how did Michael and Keeshia, how did y'all feel about the ballerina this episode?
I could have did without it.
Yeah,
I just felt like it took up time. Sure, it adds a little mystery. Like
I can do without it.
Exactly.
I guess it's like when they added that polar bear to Lost, and you were kind of like, how do you? I guess that's like the ballerina. It just makes you guess and ask questions like why is she so damn mean?
Is it weird? Is it giving off weird vibes? Is it giving off like Michael Myers and a white horse? Is it giving off,
All I know is after she tried to bite me once, that's it. Every time you pop up, I'm going the other way. I don't see this.
We need to see who's coming. Is she supposed to be what happens when the music stops with the little music box? Because I want to see what is more dangerous than the creatures are there.
That's true. We were promised something more dangerous than the creatures.
And apparently we have a ballerina. I guess she's Black Swan. Mm-hmm. So before everyone joined us, we talked about how a recurring theme with these mystery things are like they're children games, such as the puzzle, the toy box with the ballerina, and I guess that's pretty much it. But
we used to see the Ghost Boy. The Ghost Boy used to be seen by Victor. Now he's seen by big-headed boy. What's his name? Ethan. There you go.
Mm-hmm. By Ethan, and we got the Aguis attacking the mom last week.
Why y'all call them that?
Because that's what they were yelling.
That's what they kept saying.
That's what they were saying.
Yeah. I spelled it out last week. I spelled it out.
I thought they were saying something totally different.
What you thought they were saying?
I don't remember now, so we're gonna go with Aguis. But I thought it was English. I thought it's
ghost language.
It's ghost language. She went from, she was like, oh, what do y'all want, to just straight panic. I was like, dang, you called them here and now you freaking out. And then her son set up those blocks.
Karen. She was such a Karen. She turned into a Karen.
Don't touch me!
Don't touch me, please!
Please! Don't touch me!
You need to leave!
For real, it was like that too. You need to leave. And then Jade showed up. I like how Jade looking at her like
what's wrong with you?
Ain't nothing here. As if he didn't get attacked by what was it? Civil War soldiers while he was trying to do this thing. Like the woods ain't been mean to him.
Well, at least people are starting to share their experiences a little bit. I was so proud of Boyd in this last week for trying to tell people about his worms.
Because if somebody else told another fucking lie, I was gonna lose my mind. Like, I was so tired of these people lying to each other. I was like, y'all all trapped here. Everything matters. Just start telling them. But I admit, when Boyd started, it was like, I got worms under me and nobody was seeing it. I was like, damn.
They got him, right?
Yeah, he about to go in this box. Especially when he pulled the gun out on that girl. I was like, this ain't gonna last. This ain't gonna end well.
But would you have believed him if he would have said, I got worms in me, and
yes,
you would have believed him?
At this point, what else would I believe?
Well, I mean, his wife said everybody's sleeping, and once they die, they wake up, right? So maybe he comes from a town of crazy. So I could understand if some people are, I don't know. So
yeah, no,
I wouldn't have believed him right off the bat. And then he was saying that doesn't he suffer from onset of dementia or something like that?
Yeah. Dementia's not there yet, per Christy. She's only a nurse, but sure.
We can find out Christy was like on job training or something. Like, she's not even a full nurse.
She's not. Let's talk about Junkie Rogue.
Dang.
Damn, that's her name.
She called herself a junkie. Okay.
I'm not proficient in drugs. I didn't know that you can ingest it that way. I was just, I thought it was a needle. I did not know. And now I learned from Junkie Rogue.
Hashtag Junkie Rogue.
Junkie Rogue.
Yeah. And it was morphine too.
Yeah.
It was morphine. So I understand that part about she liked that morphine, because I'm not gonna lie, that shit is good.
She said, I just needed to level me out, says every junkie. So like, I just needed to level me out.
Yeah, it's like, especially you're in a town where people could potentially die every night and you're gonna steal their drug supply. That's
facts.
That's cold-blooded right there.
She deserves to go in the box.
The lady had cancer.
Yeah.
So she needed it more.
Yeah. So a lot of people need to go in the box.
Well, who would y'all choose to go in the box this episode? Because I feel like for me, I probably would have had to go with the what's his name, David, who the Stabbies, or Dale Stabby.
Dale.
Yeah, I don't want to jump ahead. I want to go in order. So serial killer Becky has to go in the box first. Okay, we already got other people hearing voices. We don't need her no more. She can go in the box.
Leave Sister Sarah alone.
You saw that? You saw Ethan mean mug her ass? Like,
he did. Like,
he was like, you better not come around here no more. I was like, damn.
Ethan was like Miss Seeley. He was like Miss Seeley and stuff. What you do to me? He was like that wrong.
Got up from his blocks and everything. Like, I was like, damn.
Don't come to this house. Don't come to this house.
But she bold though. I don't know why her ass smiled at this boy like you didn't try to knife me a little while.
That was pick up. Are we friends
so
again?
Long ago.
Not anymore.
I love how she went back to her house. And those people didn't even give her brother's jacket. Like, I would have at least gave her brother's jacket. They're like, nah, it's ours now. You murdered him. Get out. I was like, damn.
It was an accident. I killed him on accident.
So who would you choose, Tamon, to go in the box?
Oh, from this last episode?
Yeah.
Junkie Rogue. She can go in the box because she's still in morphine. So I get it, but we may need that for other things. Racist Dale, and almost, no, I don't want to say him, but that may be it for me. I'm going to put those two in the box. I was actually proud of everybody else. Elgin is he redeemed himself by going to get this truck, this van. I appreciated that, but him hiding his food, his snacks with everybody else's, I was like, okay, Elgin. That's not gonna cut it.
Okay, so you put two people in the box this episode. Interesting. I wonder how two people would fare in the box. Like, would they
like everyone else?
All right, told y'all. I ain't going in the box. The minute I'm in the box, I'm gonna make a deal with those people and take those rocks down out of your houses.
See,
a minute.
Townspeople are diabolical.
Randall, I told you.
Everybody's going in the box today.
What about you, Keeshia? What would be your who would you put in the box this episode?
I would just put Stabby Dude in there.
Who?
Dale Stabby.
Stabby Dude, because Stabby Dude was just he was getting on my nerves, sitting there chopping up shit, julienne and whatever rations that they have.
Well, he had to julienne it to spread it because they took all the food.
Yeah, he was just julienne and just going nuts and talking about how everything is like depleting and and I knew that was coming. It was so predictable because he was just crazy, and I was like, you need to go. And if y'all checked it out, whenever he stabbed old dude, what's his name, Ellis? Did y'all see the guy, the guy that came out and like peeked around and said, I couldn't stop laughing. He's like,
Colin, your house is full of messy people. That's
around the corner. I cracked up laughing. I was like, man, who is this extra? He did a damn good job being surprised. But Sarah, I still think she needs to go in the box.
Damn. She needs to go in the box hard.
I don't know. To me, she's just like a waste of space. I mean, they should just like, I don't know, punch out.
She got 4 bodies under her belt. 4 bodies.
They need to at least punch some information out from her or some shit and just put her in the box.
At this point, why would she tell y'all anything? Y'all are all rude. Y'all ain't trying to fuck with her.
That's what I'm saying.
Why is she gonna say anything?
She not gonna save us. She know we don't like her. So
y'all
don't
deserve
her
it.
In the box.
Y'all don't deserve to be saved.
Around. I don't understand boys like, oh, we need to keep her around. I know this is hard and
that
blah,
was just
blah, blah, but I need to keep her around and stuff. And no, put her in the box.
Boyd is so annoying because he is hung up on what that dead priest said. All right, the worst priest in the world.
Yes,
and he is just hung up on that, and the fact that he's seeing him ain't helping. So, like, Boyd's not in his right mind now because I don't know what she could tell us that everybody else can't tell us. You want a crazy person? Go talk to old girl that was digging in the basement and fell into the hole. Talk to her. She see things. She see people. Talk to Victor.
You can't talk to him.
I'm so tired.
He is worthless. He can go in the box.
Victor should be in the box.
So who would you choose this episode, Michael? Besides Victor.
Okay. Obviously the Dale dude. I low-key want to be like all the new people can go because ever since they came here, shit has been going nuts. So
damn, all the new people?
I think they're in cahoots, honestly, because I'm like they all seem to have some sort of issues.
They work for the experiment.
They were sent here for a reason to fuck with us, and y'all gotta go.
Listen, Junkie Rose was going to rehab, and then I assumed that Telly was just living her last few days out, going on a road trip. So
Boy was gonna go see his dead grandma. So
yes.
Kira, she says she appeared to relapse after Chrissy disappeared, possibly as a means to cope. It will be interesting to see how that develops. She is crucial too because of her medical skills.
Yeah, look at y'all about to throw doctors in the box. What is the
you don't get no special treatment over here?
What is the criteria for y'all boxing people? All right, I got to get 4 bodies. 4.
He said the box is out the window now. If Boyd didn't put Sarah in there, I don't see them being able to use it as a punishment anymore.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to argue. I'm not going to the box unless she go first. Figure it out.
For real. I don't care that I stabbed your son. All right. Let's be fair about this.
I stabbed your son. I hid the rations. All of that.
That's interesting, though, because what argument can he use to put him in the box?
He can.
Because at this point...
I have an interesting theory.
What?
Since like the rations are low, I mean, the new people there, like y'all like saying, like just let them go. What if they pull some damn yellow jackets and they go like
Eat them.
cannibal?
Eat them.
Why is
And like
everybody
eat
going
their ass,
cannibal
eat the
this
new
damn
people
season?
ass,
Everybody
eat
wants
the
to see
new people
cannibals.
ass. Just go yellow jackets on their asses.
Sorry,
Pull the queen card, love. Pull
You
it.
got to eat something.
And you know
I
who's gonna
know.
do it first?
It
It's
ain't
gonna be
like they
Colony
finna go
House
out there
people.
and get some berries and nuts and stuff in the woods and shit. So might
You know
as
how
well
many
eat the new
spiders is
people.
out there to eat? It's a lot of spiders in the
Why
Nobody
do
don't
that?
need no
They
when
keep
spiders.
there's some good old
disappearing.
flesh?
I don't know. We don't know what's really in that woods. Every time there's something there, it goes away. For all we know, the damn woods are changing. The leaves change. They said they ain't never seen that.
Too. The leaves are
The leaves are changing. They're
What
falling
was
off.
the movie with the woods like moving? Was like, well, there was like a couple movies where they had the woods like moving and changing and shit like that.
Evil Dead.
I know
And then
they
they killed
Evil
that woman
Dead?
with the
Yep.
brand.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, there's I don't know.
Ty, who would you put in the box?
Well, I was gonna put what's his name? Dale in the box. You know, just I think before this episode, I mean, I know a lot of people would have probably put Victor in, but I think before this episode, I would have honestly put Kenny in. But no.
Liability.
Don't hold on. I put him in and then I pull him out. Get your shit together. I pull him in and then I pull him out. Yo, get your shit
protected
together.
the old girl that got my father killed, and then you want to threaten me with the box.
Period.
Boy,
Know
you
your
have
place.
to be in the
He's
box.
a loose cannon. He can't
will
be trusted
Yes,
when it comes to
and the
emotional
cannon will
shit.
go off
He's
with that
loose.
plan. We're gonna kneecap Boyd and put him in the box.
First of all, Kenny was like, "Give me the worms, and then we'll figure it out later."
That was a good plan. That was
No,
a
it
good
wasn't.
plan. Okay, it was a decent plan until Boyd had a better plan.
Because he would have just
I
tried
thought
to
it
give
was-
it to Sarah. That's all he would have did was try to give her the worm.
He would have used that, so he was like, "I killed Sarah by accident because the worms made me do it." That's all he wanted.
And once again, that's fine. All right. We went into the woods with Sarah. And what happened? We got stuck in a chimney, met an old dude, got infected by worms. Sarah ain't did nothing for us. We know less than we did when we left.
Pretty much.
I mean, no lie there. That journey,
But
that
why
quest
did
ended real quick.
But why did you like feel like Kenny need to go in the box and then like pull him out and stuff? I mean, just to say to get his shit together, he seems like he is trying to get his shit together because he put on some regular ass pants, so he's acting like
Kenny's shit is together. Kenny knows what's going on. Kenny knows his dad's
like
dead.
Kenny,
Who did it?
like Kenny, like little arms, like he been working out and stuff, like during the daytime. Because I noticed that. I was like, wait a minute, Kenny been working out.
If they start eating people,
you,
they might
you see
eat
it,
TN.
Tamon. You see
If
it.
they eat his mother, he's gonna start wilding. So I'm just saying
They can't kill her because she don't want to be cooking, so she has to be.
She's the only one that cooks.
If you eating people, you don't need.
But
to
then
worry
again,
about...
they already killing other people, like the bartender. Like it seems like if you have a vital point, they're gonna eliminate you. They killed the bartender. They killed a nurse.
You're not gonna tell me that
nurse
nurse don't know how to cook.
The first nurse that was
Black women
you know, there used to be two that was taking care of Kenny's dad,
Yeah.
and then one died with.
Oh yeah, yeah. Sarah got her out of here.
Yeah,
I remember.
first nurse, yeah.
We got Mika. She said, "What do y'all think of Fatima probably getting pregnant?"
She go in the box
Called
too.
it.
She go in the box too.
We don't have food. We don't have food. We don't have any resources.
But you ain't got to worry about that for like 9 months, though. You ain't got to worry
But
about
she's gonna need.
Yeah, she gonna be eating for 2 people.
Yeah, she can take her husband's food. Okay, take her husband's share. Let him figure that out. That's their problem. And when it becomes our problem, then we could talk boxing. Okay.
No, we have to be preemptive. We have to be ahead of the problem.
And that's how Colony House thinks. That's how Colony House thinks.
Get rid of her.
And this is why Colony House need to be shut down, because y'all in there having premarital sex.
Y'all preemptive about everything
pregnancy.
except nailing your windows shut.
What's up with the conservative premarital sex?
Y'all, it's you already know it's gonna be some ideology.
That's the reason why her ass was tripping. She was pregnant. Her ass was tripping. And then she come with
that was the real easy.
They broke the rules.
I'm like, oh damn.
What pregnancy
That's exactly
test?
what I said. Oh damn. Really?
You gonna raise a kid in this?
Like we
It's
trapped
not
in
as
all
bad
this,
as
and
what
I
is it,
just
the,
got a pregnancy test just chilling for you.
Yeah, for
I
real.
think we should first say congratulations to Ellis.
I mean, maybe it's not positive.
Yeah, but I feel
lived.
like this could be an easy way for them to kill him off later, because if they kill this man off, then they can be like, okay, he lives through his son, basically.
Come on, T'Challa.
Yeah.
And we don't know how this world is. They could like super grow up his son like they do in soap operas. They just
on Angel. This baby is already born.
Yeah, there you go.
It's gonna be a demon baby. He's consumed in this demon world.
I would watch
it.
Like,
I mean, I would watch it, you know, especially if it turned at night, you know, if it was a cute little baby during the day, but at night, you know, like Jack in The Incredibles, you know.
Jack!
You know.
They definitely kick her out of Colony House then, when at night he's trying to let everybody in and take down the stones, and
he needs his snack.
No, Fatima and Ellis is going down to the clinic. They live with Christy. We're not even gonna be dealing with that here.
We need this. We need this, Mika. If Ellis dies, Fatima will snap. We need the Scarlet Fatima. You need the Scarlet.
The Scarlet Fatima.
That's what we need.
Well, at least they're in the mood for intimacy.
I must destroy everything.
Yes.
What do you think old boy's doing with his bus?
What
do you think he's doing with his bus?
Oh,
oh God! I was like, his butt. What are you doing with his butt? You said butt. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I heard it, and then I heard it. I was like, huh? But keep going.
See, this is why I don't associate with Colony House. I stay down in the town.
Listen,
all y'all think is mess. Anyway,
we keep clean sheets and towels.
Part of me feels like he's putting a seat up there, like he's chilling up there. He had a sniper rifle. Maybe he wants it back. Maybe he's gonna be able to snipe off those things at night.
Sure.
Oh,
what is he, like an American sniper or something? He on dude.
He could be. I don't know. We don't know his backstory.
He could. Like maybe he starts seeing symbols too, like Jade, and then he could be the one that like commits some sort of tragedy in the town.
Yeah,
higher learning.
We need another shooter.
We need a faction, like we've been talking about the whole time. We need a faction of bus dude. I forgot his name Randall. Yeah, Randall. I really don't want Dale in there.
That's why he ain't because his fucking name.
But Kenny, Randall, and Kenny.
Dale is a part of that faction.
No.
Because that's gonna feel real white power, real too fast. I don't like that.
Yeah,
like that.
Exactly.
Let's throw Elgin. Let's throw a misguided Elgin in there.
Nah,
Elgin's too scared to do anything.
Elgin's going wherever. Whatever girl says hi to Elgin, that's the side he's gonna go.
That's basically it with Elgin. My grandma used to crochet owls.
I still don't know how old he is.
I like what it was.
I know, right? It's like,
what happened to you? I killed my brother. Elgin's like, well, it's time to go. It's time to go.
Elgin was like this when she said, I killed my brother. He said, ooh, let's go.
Yeah, because Elgin was like that with her. He's like that with OD's daughter.
Jim's daughter, yeah.
We need to establish how old Elgin is before I'm okay with that. And like, we need to establish how old she is. Did we establish that yet?
She's a teenager.
She
can drive.
She's 16?
Yeah, she can drive.
I'll go with 16, 17.
I still don't like it.
She still can't wipe her booty good. So she young.
How old you got to be to buy a bus ticket?
Any age.
You got
Yeah.
18?
Yeah.
No,
Something like that.
18. Yeah, you gotta be 18. You think they just letting kids buy bus tickets and disappear? I mean, they
I'm
do
sure of
disappear. But
Every day, man.
listen,
every
Greyhound
day.
is terrible, but it ain't that terrible.
What
Kira
you guys
says,
think?
though, what do you guys think about Boyd's blood seemingly killing one of the monsters?
I mentioned this either the last episode or the previous episode about maybe we're going to have some type of Boyd's going to become some type of slayer or something with his blood of the worms, and he proved that he could kill one. I guess it's dead. I'm not really sure, but
me neither. It was like, we're going to see.
Yeah. Is it still in his blood, or did he transfer it over? Like, do we have to get worms again? Like, I mean, now it makes sense why they had old dude chained up, because clearly he's got the blood that could stop everything. So, but is it still in his blood? And if it is still in his blood, that means it's in his boy's blood now too.
So, yeah. So now that's interesting.
A Slayer family. There you go.
A Slayer family. Except for the new baby.
This is the worst. I don't know. Like, you gotta get real close. Like, the only reason that worked was because that vampire was extremely cocky. I feel bad that they took him away because he was the only one that we kind of connected to.
Yeah, true.
I don't think
I like this game.
Because if it keeps the person alive, I don't understand why that would kill them. So I'm thinking it's going to be more like a Uber vamp situation, where it's actually going to be worse for the people in it. Maybe he can be awake in the sunlight or be out in the sun.
I mean, we definitely get to find out what happens to him in the sun now.
Maybe the talisman don't even work at this point for him.
So
I know what we would do. We would take that body, chain it up to something, and get Christy and Junkie Rose dissecting it, so we can figure out what's going on inside. We need some scientists in this team.
Kenny can lift the body up since he
wants to do stuff. So yeah,
we need to figure out how to kill these things more effectively. So like, definitely we need that body. Need to chain it up, just like you said. Poke it a little bit, UV lights, something.
We ain't got no spell book. We don't have nothing. We need things. A Necronomicon, something.
That's kind of torturous, though, to tie him up and just start.
That man ain't human.
No, that's experimentation. Okay,
that man ain't human. Yeah, just think about it like the little bunny rabbits that they be testing on. He the bunny,
or rats, or black people.
See, if this was Malignant, y'all would have already been dead. Y'all would have already been dead, because the doctors is always, trying to do some extra stuff for humanity, for science and all that. I'm like, look,
Christy would be dead.
But I wasn't trying to put the twin back into the box. I'm trying to kill it. I need to figure out how to kill it. If this was Malignant, he wouldn't have made it that far. I still want to know how he learned Kung Fu while she was asleep. Like, did he take classes while she was passed out?
I was on Malignant.
Yeah.
Hold up, yeah, because like she was doing all that jujitsu and stuff. I was like, look,
and strong. She's basically a Marvel hero at that point.
He was fucking some people up, and I'm like,
he's fucking up in that police station. That police station, he let them have it.
When did you find the time to become Jet Li while she was living her abusive life? I just want to know what happened.
I mean, she was doing heel hooks and shit. And I was just like, damn. I mean, because I used to do jujitsu. And I was like, damn, she's doing all these moves.
Crazy.
Come on. Like,
was crazy.
You got Black Widow over here.
I was like, how the hell she do all this shit?
Yeah.
I mean, it go down when that adrenaline is pumping, especially when you've been caged, for so long.
Yeah. That husband smacked the back of that head.
I could have all the adrenaline in the world, but.
And then you see this shit right here in the back of her head.
That's the worst thing to happen. Like.
Now, what did y'all think about Boyd talking to TN? In the beginning.
I feel that like Boyd, I think he was trying to smooth it over with her about Sarah to Kenny's mom, and I was like, this shit is failing because she lost somebody. I know he lost Abby, but that shit is still fresh on her mind. Like that was her husband. That was her rock right there. And then
The Abby
I
thing
don't know.
doesn't translate.
I feel that Boyd should have never like tried to like make it. He's trying, but he was just failing at it. And I think for her to get like that closure, he should put Sarah in the box. I feel that he should say, you know what? I think I should put Sarah in the box for you because
that would be for
my husband.
It would be a waste.
I want to see the killer be dead. I want to see the killer die. I want to see the killer die.
He wants justice. She wants vengeance. Like that hoe got that little hoe. That hoe got to go in that box and she got to die. And he's like,
that's why we got the death penalty.
I know I'm keeping her. I know it doesn't make any sense for me to like keep her alive. I'm like, boy, shut the fuck up and just say, ma'am, I'm gonna put her ass in the box.
He tried to explain it like I lost my wife. I killed my wife. Sir, you killed your wife because she was a murderer. And we need this murderer to be murdered as well.
Yes.
But she was murdering, trying to help everybody get out.
Listen.
Different.
At the end of the day, they did. Okay. So
man.
So why did you kill her?
No, the motive does matter. She was killing to preserve the town. The needs of the few outweigh the needs of needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few.
Sir, we don't have a court here. We just have an executioner.
Man, you sound just like Mr. Spock off the Wrath of Khan when you just said that. Because that's exactly what he said.
And he's also correct.
He is correct.
We just putting him in the box. I'm sorry that she believed murdering somebody was, first of all, I'm no longer accepting that excuse, okay? If you're hearing voices from the town, odds are it's not a good thing, okay? If murder is the outcome, odds are it's not a good thing, okay? That's all.
Throughout history, voices and death have been signs of good things.
If you build it, they will come.
Things.
Joan of Arc hear voices.
That's true.
Thank you, Joan of Arc.
Her voices.
Jesus, everybody dies to do great things. So she was.
You're right. You're right. But riddle me this: were those people trapped in a town with vampires?
We don't know.
We don't know that.
Yes, we do. There's a history book. We know. It might be full of lies, but it's there.
Oh no! I mean, vampires can be defined in many ways. So yes, they probably were.
Tiana's pure heart. She's not going to want to kill Sarah. She just said,
"No, God, Tiana really wants
no murder." Kenny's the crazy one who is like, "I will kill her if given the opportunity."
I mean, she could go to bed
and just pretend
we don't know.
Mean mugging him. I be mean mugging his ass too because my husband is dead because that little old wallflower bitch done like to get my husband killed and everything. I feel very strongly like that.
Can we look at the positives?
Please.
What is the positive?
What talking about cash money shit?
This man
peacefully because she don't have to watch him anymore. He was already low key.
Thank you. To be fair, he was already one step outside of that door anyway.
She wasn't watching him. She wasn't going even down there.
That's her problem. So she should be mad.
This man built a chessboard out of wood. Y'all can build chessboard out. He built a chessboard out of wood to play with his son. And then you know what happened? This girl who potentially killed her brother, murdered him, murdered old boy that drove into town. We don't even know.
She's technically not a murderer.
Does Jade know now?
Yeah, Jigsaw killer isn't a murderer.
She shanked him in the neck. She shanked him in the neck.
True.
That was murder.
Doesn't remember him.
No, she accidentally shanked her brother. She shanked that dude on purpose.
Yeah. That's Christy's fault.
Minor details.
And then she took their rock. That's preemptive murder.
It's premeditated. It is
premeditated. There you go.
Well, damn.
She was just doing what the voices told her to do for the betterment of the group.
And one of the people that she killed was a nurse. Now we're low one nurse. We got a replacement nurse,
that's a reward.
but she's a junkie. So that's 2 steps back.
Okay,
now
her handshake.
Now we low mercy.
You don't want no junkie nurse. Trust me. You don't want no junkie ass nurse. No alcoholic nurse, no junkie nurse or whatever. I don't work with them. Hell no.
Yeah, Nurse Jackie was the shit.
That part
was. She knew everything.
Okay, I accept Nurse Jackie, but I'm talking about some real ass nurses.
Just keep
that
her
I'm
away
like,
from the medication.
Hell no.
Listen, we lost one nurse because of Sarah's great deeds, and they were rewarded with a new, fresh nurse. Okay, so the town, the circle of life.
What did Sarah's deeds get us? And what are her voices getting us?
Less people. We weeded out the people who are
we got more people. We got more people than ever after Sarah did her murder.
We got more people because of Jim and Jade, low key. Not because of Sarah.
Yeah.
I don't think Jade should be brought into this. However, I will say the tower probably has something to do with the excess of people we received. But we have new talents, new nurses.
Okay.
Another sidekick.
We can be like the Mist and let her shank the little boy and see what happens. But after that doesn't work, she going in the box.
I like that idea.
Agui.
So now I want to know, what are you guys is like boxable offenses? Because for me, I feel like taking somebody's talisman, that's a boxable offense.
Unless the voices told you.
Look at you. Look at you.
Unless the voices told you to.
Nah, I don't know if you came here with voices. That's not fair. She talked about the town told me this. We don't know. Her brother looked real concerned, like, damn, the voices are back. She could have been dealing with this for a while.
It felt like this was a condition.
Where are their parents? Probably dead.
It felt like he's been taking care of Sarah for a while.
Because of the voice.
She's probably like the little girl from what's that M. Night Shyamalan movie? The girl with the glasses and the aliens. Like she knew shit before it was gonna happen.
Signs.
Yes, from Signs. She's gifted. She's always had like visions and her voice.
Carol Ann.
We got that other dude with his snacks for that man. That dude proved to me that he had visions more than she did. Because he freaked out when the bus showed up in town. So he clearly knows something. All she said is, I hear voices. They told me to kill this little boy.
Period.
That's it. She ain't done nothing with that.
I think stealing people's resources should put you in the box. Shit that's already in people's house. Yeah. Well, colony house. I don't know how that works. But in the town.
Yeah.
In the town.
They be stealing from each other in colony.
Well, there's no such thing as stealing in colony.
We share.
They
share people, sharing everything.
Sharing requires
marijuana.
Both people to agree.
We have yet to see anybody in the town shower, wash their hands. I'm just saying. So
they probably don't even have running water in the town. So
but the colony house has a water hole. So if they wash their clothes a lot, that means they actually are clean. I'm gonna say this: colony house, I feel it's a little bit cleaner than town.
Thank you.
They have a water hole. They wash their clothes because they have certain days where they wash their clothes. I don't see
the town has water.
Make laundry. I don't see
because they probably got washing machines.
They do not.
Got to do that.
No, they don't.
It's probably a dryer.
They do not have washing
machines. We got washing machines and we got dryers because we got a normal house. We not living up there like the Addams family. All right.
No.
First off, the colony got no AC. Y'all got 20 people sleeping in a room. Somebody over there slapping cheeks with each other, and it's like, what's the smell? What's the smell?
And everybody's so free spirit, free loving. I'm pretty sure there's people that aren't taking showers. I'm pretty sure there's people that stink. Ain't nobody saying anything. You know how I know that? Because old boy was talking to a vampire, and ain't nobody said nothing to him.
And all those people are confined to one room by themselves. All the non-watching people.
The living room.
That's fine.
They're more I'll say non-conformist. They're not going to be all in each other's way, but they like respect each other. It's like a non-aggression, non-aggression rule. I don't dip in your shit, don't dip in my shit. That's like how they are, but they still work together in colony house because they actually do have a structure. We can talk about how much they be fucking on couches and stairwells and everything else, but they have a structure and they have rules
and procedures.
Yes, exactly. We don't dismiss colony house thinking like they just free everywhere. They have structure, and that's what I respect about Colony House.
Maybe it's the Virgo
They
in me
have a-
because I just feel like all those people in the same household, not everybody's cleanliness is on the same level. So, the bathroom's always going to be a certain
Structure
way.
is a strong word.
The kitchen's always going to be a certain way.
People clean the kitchen. People have tasks. They have chores. And the bathroom, we have limited types of food. So
the people who don't wash don't get to come in the kitchen. They can't come in there.
I don't buy it.
The Pisces in me will avoid all of them a little bit more, but I will stick to myself, and I'll be bathing, showering.
That place stinks. That's what I believe.
I'll be outside more.
And that's what got you murked, okay? Because you opened the windows.
Not at night.
I be like, it's hot. It's hot.
Y'all, can we open this window? I know it's
you ain't got no AC.
It's too musty in here. I mean, see, they spraying some shit.
If it's too musty, take your ass down to the townspeople. Go live in a little broke down building.
Yeah.
But I will be in town because I would respect Colony House. I would be doing the weekend thing at Colony House, but I would be in town, so it's a little bit more simpler.
We're not gonna do too many more weekend passes.
Right?
We're not doing these weekend passes up there. Which I want to do is come up here and bang us, smoke with us, and then leave to go back to y'all.
Town got a little farm. We get breakfast. We got a diner. I have my house where nobody bothers me. Old girl was digging in her basement this whole time. Not a soul troubled her. They have their tub that they don't got to share with 57, 60 other people.
Yes.
And
okay, you say that. Family and friends say, don't worry about it.
Have y'all ever stayed in a hostel before?
No,
I've seen the movie.
Because I have actually shared a bathroom, one bathroom, and it was 5 guys and 3 girls.
It's disgusting.
So
I've been to basic training.
They were pretty clean. I didn't trip, So a weekend in Colony House.
It depends on the people, though. It really depends on the people, because if you got 5 or 6 people that are very military and militant about their cleaning regimens, and it's okay, cool, but not everybody like that.
I think
one dude that's the racist.
I think in this situation, people will rise to the occasion to know that we have to be extremely clean in this situation that we're currently in. So wipe the toilet seat, lift it up, drop it. Any other things that come, clean it up, okay? Clean the steps and the couches.
You hope. And you know what they're going to do? They're going to look you in the eye and they're going to be like, I chose this house to avoid structure, all right? And he's going to lay back on the couch. He's going to lay back on the couch.
Them bathrooms look pretty clean in Colony House, and I believe everybody respects each other.
We have nothing else to do. But
they're not going to
farm.
They're not going to be nothing else to do. In the toilet.
We're workers. Y'all just in the town doing nothing. Crossword puzzles, playing with stones, not figuring out shit, playing the violin, which you did perfectly. But play
day drinking. They do a lot of day drinking in the town, so it's a bunch of alcoholics in the town.
I mean, to be fair,
I'm sure there's alcohol up in Colony House.
We know that.
We've had one incident and one pregnancy the whole time we've been here.
That's a record.
Yes.
You've had 2 incidents. And
yeah. No, the one we have not confirmed yet. We had one big incident, and now we have a pregnancy, which we can fix that too.
That's not that bad.
Colony House got that counter on the wall that's just 5 days without incident. Ripping it off.
But town has one house that fell through because Tabitha and Jim boring spaghetti twerking ass, boring ass couple ass. Okay.
Commercial.
So you got the bus that came through, so that was a bunch of bullshit right there. So it's a lot of things that actually happen in town more than at Colony House.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
You notice their kids ain't a hint of Spanish or whatever she is. Not even a hint. They're just straight white.
Not by the daughter. I could see the daughter.
You can see it a little bit in her.
I know.
Not Ethan.
Not
Ethan's
Ethan.
as white and boring as I can.
Yeah, the mom is like,
yeah,
I
the
just want to
mom's
talk to
Spanish.
her.
Yeah.
That's some Spanish chick stuff right there. I just want to fucking talk to her. Like, no, you shouldn't be mad. You shouldn't be Sarah ass. I just want to
That's
talk
when
to her.
she
Just let me
finna
talk to
stab
her.
her. Like, I just want to talk to her. You need to pat her down, have something on her. She got a knife.
So we got Kara. She says the town does things to some minds here. Sarah, Boyd's first wife, the man who killed everyone when Victor was young. Clearly, these are all those easily influenced. Maybe these people are sought out.
It's always the ones who want to isolate themselves, the nut jobs. I'm just saying.
The ones who live in the town.
I have a question. If y'all remember when Victor had Jade playing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star on his viola violin, and he said something about them changing. What Kira said? What is about those people that change into the monsters? So now we know that they change. So what is like the factors and the indications that they have that change into them? That's what I'm curious about.
I thought when he said he changed, I just thought that meant he went crazy and he murdered everybody. And Victor, because Victor's mom told him to hide somewhere that he didn't know where it was. So I think that dude murdered everybody, then murdered himself, and then Victor just had to be in the town by himself for years.
Yeah, I'm thinking very The Shining, Jack Nicholson moment, and that's what happened.
But I think it's like, you know, you start seeing the patterns and you start getting obsessed trying to figure out what this is. And then you just kind of snap, because everybody that snaps and starts killing people all think they have a purpose, all think they're doing it for a reason. They all think this is how they get out. So I think that's what happens. People just snap and they think that's how they're going to get out.
That is true, because a lot of people tend to go off the edge when they think when they've got like a plan to get out of there.
Yeah. And when they're so
it makes me think of 23. I think that's the name of it. Jim Carrey.
Yeah. That was a bomb.
I sort of went mad about. Yeah. That's an interesting concept of the research and the symbols are driving people mad. I think that's something to hold on to.
Now, if you guys were Boyd, would you have told Kenny about the worms, you know, off the bat?
I'm telling everybody, bitch.
Yes. I came back.
I was screaming through the street.
I'm telling them about the tree ride.
It's not in my booty. I got worms. It's not in my booty. Everybody, I'll be ringing that damn bell. I got worms. It's not in my booty.
I need y'all to know what is going on.
I'm telling you.
I don't want y'all thinking I'm crazy. I need y'all to know what's going on so we can figure shit out. I don't need any of that.
I'm just saying, like, people just need to talk to Victor, because Victor got a whole truck full of stuff that he's hiding. Victor got a graveyard of cars. Victor know everything. Just talk to Victor. Why nobody talk to him?
They keep trying. The only thing that can work is
someone other than Jade. Someone that won't take that bitch slap that he be giving Jade. Jade was like, we need to shut up. And he just walks off. No, I need somebody that need like Victor.
Donna.
Sit down.
Donna.
We need some.
I'm going to keep saying this. A town hall meeting. Put Sarah and Victor in the front of the meeting and let's have a conversation. Now, Sarah, bitch, if you don't have no answer, this is going to be it for you, love. You're going to have to start talking to them voices, spilling what's going on. If you don't have any answers by this time next week, you out of here, love. Victor, if you don't tell us what happened to you when you was a child all the way up to your 50-year-old ass now, you out of here, love. Next order of business. Jim, Jade, build something else. Next, Boyd, go fight something. Go on a quest.
Because Victor lived up in Colony House. He got the whole attic. I think he been there this whole time. Like,
he has.
I feel like he just been living there this whole time. They moved in.
Remember, he said there were cars there before him when he was in little car maze.
They're further down the way. They're further down the way. So I mean,
he needs to give us information. How long were you here by yourself? Like, I need to know. Tell me about when people started showing back up. And maybe a reason. Speak up, because I can't with the keeping your mouth shut. Maybe I'll tell you, maybe I won't. But I don't.
I can't do it no more. I can't do it. I need Victor to talk.
But I think it was the perfect moment.
He does. He needs to speak up or else.
Take all his crayons. I'm not playing with you no more.
Yeah, we're threatening him.
I'm gonna break this violin.
We had the perfect moment for a meeting this episode.
Yes.
With Ellis. When Ellis, when everybody was all over Ellis and they was working on Ellis, I'm like, yo, everybody here, let's have a meeting. All the rest over here, let's talk about what's going on, because
we definitely need to talk about what's going on after you stabbed Ellis.
Don't wait till this wedding reception to have a conversation about all this stuff.
Which will probably happen, with like they said the next episode gets a little wild, so I'm excited.
I'm not saying that these are all signs that they shouldn't get married. I'm just saying you got stabbed. Maybe you should push back the wedding just a little bit.
Oh, you knocked her up. It's time. That's it. It's a wrap. She's pregnant. You got to marry me before we make this announcement.
Well, first of all, we're not in the real world anymore, clearly. So that don't matter. We don't need no shotgun weddings right now.
She has value.
Does she? Okay.
Well, we got what did y'all think about Donna and Jim, arguing over the rations?
I'm gonna ask all of y'all.
The rations.
Suspense.
Donna and Jim.
First of all, Jim, bow down.
He was talking about is this it?
You just got here, Jim. Sit your ass down. Stop telling me what to do. I've been here for a year, rationing shit out.
I know.
Y'all fucked this up. So y'all need to sit down and shut up.
Jim over here mathing. Jim over here mathing, talking about this is only a week's worth of food. Shut the hell up and put the sugar in the jar. Put the sugar in the jar and be quiet.
Exactly. Make some preserves. Get out of here.
You lucky we storing it at your house. We don't even trust y'all like that. Digging holes.
Because the last house you was in.
I know, right? And then there goes your whole food supply.
Now we go carve up your whole little family and barbecue them at Colony House. On Family and Friends Day.
I told y'all, do a lottery and start having them pick people. Okay, we need to eat them. Eat these 3 people to feed the rest of us.
You start with the old. Start with the oldest and then work your way down.
So Donna?
No, if I eat less. You need to. Donna is
25. Period.
We have to.
Yeah, Donna is not getting eaten, Sylvester.
You need her.
All I'm saying is if we finna eat people, maybe we should consider the failed management that caused us to get here. Like I'm just saying. Now we're out in the cannibalism. Something went wrong. So we need to adjust fire. Am I saying that Boyd needs to be on the chopping block? I don't know. But I do think Donna needs to be. Too many incidents have happened at Colony House.
She's a pillar of the community.
What community? Because Colony House lost 50% of their people when the vampires attacked.
And we're stronger than ever.
We're stronger than ever.
Yes, you are. Strong enough to stab people in the chest.
Did you see how she was talking to Ethan? Like, who else is going to give you that talk?
His mama. Like, that boy need to talk to his own damn parents and stop talking to random people like that ghost in the woods.
He don't know nothing.
Donna is big mama of the Colony House.
Yes, she is.
Of the whole area. So you gotta respect it. You gotta respect it.
Big mama, your arm.
But you can call me Big Mama. Yeah, that's Hattie Mae. We can't get rid of Donna.
I think Donna gave like the best advice to Ethan, because if you think about Jim and Tabitha, they're the worst fucking parents ever. They are. They're like the worst fucking parents. And I'm just like, y'all are shit.
Why?
What is my son shooting?
They empowered Ethan to challenge his monsters.
First of all, Ethan empowered Ethan to challenge his monster. That was his idea.
What did the parents say? They were like, the doctor said we should give him room to make his own choices, So apparently he's been having issues anyway.
They aren't the best parents in the world. Okay,
they are not. They're the boring, bland spaghetti twerk couple, and they are shitty parents. And I'm just like, y'all suck.
Even their daughter didn't even
went to Donna.
Well, that's why I was like, they were trash, because when the daughter was like, yeah, I'm going to Colony House, I'm like, first off, you ain't even old enough.
No way.
Second off, like, how, like, in what universe does this fly? You know,
Donna would have caught a quick uppercut when she was agreeing with my daughter.
In the box you go.
Her mama was like, she chose. I mean, Donna was like, she chose, and Tamon was like,
Donna's getting knocked out. The daughter is getting knocked out. She could wake up and talk about it later. All right, but she ain't going to the Colony House. She ain't going to Colony House.
Y'all should have figured out they were some shitty ass parents, because I've been shitting on them ever since I've been seeing them in the first season.
Yeah.
And the way how Julie had like this fresh ass mouth, and I was like, no, bitch, you finna get popped. The way how you talking.
They ain't
you
that bad now. Y'all acting like this is Antoine Fisher or some shit.
You would have been popped. I mean, because I'm just sitting there like thinking, I was like, wow, they're getting divorced, but the way how the kids are acting and the way how Julie is acting, because I have a teenage son and I don't raise the teenage daughter, because I do like that Darth Vader chokehold on their ass too when they get out of line. Okay, so the way how they carried on, I was like, Lord have mercy. I said, these kids are like out of hand. And then that's when she went to I want to go to Colony House. I'm just like,
their family
tell your daughter like what be going on in Colony House, because it's a little bit too adult for her.
Devil's advocate.
And then they're like, whatever. I'm like, no.
Look how well adjusted she is now. If she stayed with her parents, she would still be rebellious, still be annoying, still be popping shit. She seems way more adjusted now.
Well adjusted, or realizing that she picked the wrong fucking house because everybody got murked and they had no plan.
Well, her other house fell through the ground, so I mean, I think she probably picked the correct house.
They ain't give this girl nothing to do for like the past like 3 episodes. Like her story just done.
She is just trying to find Elgin. And maybe get her a boot thing, and she's a bridesmaid, so get off her back.
But you see how corny her parents are. You know, they done already destroyed their house. So I kind of see why like Julie don't want to fuck with them. And then Ethan, he's like, let me go talk to Donna, because Donna has a little bit more sense than my parents.
If the daughter shows up and she murks Sarah and says the voices made her do it, would that be acceptable to boy?
No.
That's crazy.
She's not Sarah, so I won't buy it. Now you just make it shit up. She just make it shit up, and she gotta go.
What do y'all expect? You want her to be like Precious Mama in there? That's how you want her to be acting? That's how you want her to be acting in there?
No, because I just feel as though
I'm hungry.
If I didn't even have to be in that family, but if I was another person in the town or the colony, and I would have saw Julie trying to roll with the Colony House, I would have been like, nah, take your ass back to your family. Like, the fuck is you doing?
But to be fair, they didn't do that. They didn't do that to Boyd's son. They let that boy leave him.
Because Boyd's son is like over 21 or something.
No,
like
I don't
Boyd's
care.
Son
you don't break up families.
And he hated his dad. So apparently
for saving his life. That boy's messed up in the head.
But Boyd's son was a little bit older. I feel that he was at least about like 19 or 20.
Definitely.
When they came in that town.
Yeah, definitely they shouldn't have let her go to Colony House.
Putting the young kids to work. They're the ones going to be pulling all this damn vegetation out the ground so we can eat.
They were having her do laundry.
Yeah, Tilly ass can't do nothing.
They had her doing laundry a lot.
Exactly.
She was getting robbed. She was getting robbed by an old girl who I don't know. She didn't seem like she bathed, but she was getting robbed by that girl. That's why nobody fights to get their stuff back.
How did she fit in her shirt? Because I was just like, That girl, I said that girl stretched that girl's shirt
We
out.
make it fit. We make it fit.
He stretched it out. That's it.
It's the sisterhood of the traveling shirt, so it's fine.
Did y'all talk about that scene with Elgin in the truck? How like tense that was, that drive all the way down.
That was intense.
I thought the camera work was good.
Yeah, it was amazing. Yeah, it was really good.
I was waiting for something to be on the roof of the car. That's what I was waiting for. Come down on the windshield. I was like, I felt like it was coming, but they made it. I was like, okay.
And us hearing the screams and shit, I was like, yo, it's something about to, because I just know I wouldn't have been able to focus on Ellis. I would have been looking out that window like, yo.
But, oh my God, I would have been screaming, driving the truck the whole time.
I feel like Elgin did it and was willing to risk himself to do it because he's probably had a vision of it. He's probably like, we've done this. We survived this.
He didn't have no damn vision. They needed somebody to do it. And so he was like, you know what?
He's a little suspect because he should have been caught. Because I saw how far that man was from that truck, and he was not moving fast enough to get back to that door. So I'm not buying it.
I don't know. They the laziest ass vampires I've ever seen. Those things are kind of like, if I get you, then okay. But I'm not gonna work for it. Except for that one. She got determination in her, the one that was working on that dude opening up the window every night.
Yeah, she showed determination.
She a worker. Mm-hmm.
She did. She had a lot. She was very persistent. But I want to ask all of y'all, how did y'all feel? I mean, I know that y'all was least like this and tensed up, but I was screaming at Fatima because I was telling her to shut the hell up because it's dark. Elgin is driving. Okay. He's hitting like limbs and stuff like that. He's trying to get there. And she is, hurry up. Can this go any faster? And I'm like, shut the hell up, Fatima.
That's true.
Okay? He's doing the best that he can. That was the most intense moments because I was just yelling like at her for her to shut up. Because
I think it was probably the most tense scene.
He was doing his best. He got like Ellis there to the hospital, where Christy is at, the little makeshift hospital. But how did y'all feel with that part? Because I know my breath was just like leaving out of me. It was.
I loved it.
Yeah,
I like that. I loved it because it got a good reaction out of me.
Yeah. That was really well done.
Ass down too. Are you driving straight? If you don't take your ass down this damn road,
because I was, as the camera was moving, I'm trying to look out the front window, like motherfuckers, stay keep driving straight. You over here talking like, shut up, like you need to focus on the damn road because it's so easy to swerve.
Yeah, and I think Elgin should have told her to shut the fuck up because. Like that, if I was driving, if I was like Elgin or whatever like that, and she's talking like that, I would have said, "Shut the fuck up! I got this." You know what I'm saying? Because I can't do. I have been in a real life situation like that, not driving, but it's different situations where it's like that, and somebody is hurt, and I'm just like, "Yo, you need to shut the fuck up," because Elgin is panicking, but he is concentrating on driving through a dark road. And if y'all have to drive through like a dark ass country road, you can't see shit. And you thinking like, okay, I might hit a big lick, a tree limb. This is the plum wine talking in me and everything. It didn't hit.
Yes,
or you like hit a stump in the road. You trying to concentrate on driving. Okay.
Let me tell you something.
You trying to get this man safe, and these motherfuckers coming after you. Okay, they're doing that Michael Myers walk.
It gave you the vibe that something bad was gonna happen. Like while that scene was going on, you got the vibe like they were either gonna crash, a vampire was on top. But so when they made it, I was surprised because they got you all tense, and then there was safety. So I was just like, all right, I like that. That was nice.
If they would have crashed that van
really well,
just take me home. If they would have crashed,
No, here we go. Why Colony House got that van parked so far away from the house?
Because we don't plan on leaving after night. It don't matter.
That's your escape van. It does matter.
The door of the yard if you leave it in front of the door.
I park my car.
It need to be parked right in front of the steps. Y'all had to evacuate last time. You had to evacuate last time.
It messes up the feng shui. Exactly. We have to have it set away. We are about a vibe at Colony House. Y'all can have buses and shit in front of the diner all day. Y'all want.
Your intestines are gonna mess up the feng shui when those vampires catch y'all again. Because
that was a small incident, and we have come back.
That was a large incident.
No, the house problem is a large incident. Okay. Tion's husband dying is a large incident. That lost us two people. Two. Yeah, two people. And now
we don't know how many people. We don't know how many people died from Colony House.
None.
Keep track of people.
We do keep track. We have a ledger.
Oh yeah, you do. Did your ledger say this man is talking to vampires?
We have to clearly know y'all don't keep what track store, what hour in the day, so we know where everybody's at.
You didn't know who was leaving flowers on the porch. You didn't know he was chit chatting with vampires in the middle of the night.
We don't check his text log. If he wants to text this vampire, he can do that.
He just wants a new vampire, Poom Poom. That's all. What he just got tired of the old, just worn out.
He wasn't getting none in Colony House. So that's his problem.
He didn't deserve to be there. That's really what it was. He should have been in town. Because that didn't make no sense. What did he think was going to happen?
It would have just been him that died.
He looked like an expendable character as is, with the most goofy ass, like forwarding glasses and stuff. I wear glasses too, and you know he just looked goofy and just geeky. He deserved to die.
Kenny.
But anyway,
I thought he was about to go full.
I was about to ask about that
at that moment when he pulled the gun out on Boyd. I was like, "Oh, we going there already? Okay,
yeah,
okay, let's go."
So when do you think Kenny's gonna get this throuple? Like,
it's not happening.
It's next. Christy's gonna dump. What is it? Meth rogue? Not meth.
Yeah.
Junkie
rogue.
Junkie rogue.
It's the same thing. She might get methed out
and get with Kenny.
And get with Kenny. That's what I get with the winning team.
I guarantee you, Junkie rogue won't live through this season.
I don't think so. I think she's gonna stay with like junkie chick and everything, because you know she's got like the cool highlights, and she cut Christy's hair like in this like cute 80s.
That was a terrible haircut. I hated that. That was
I had a mullet like that. So I mean, but then again, you kind of think about it, like Christy and like Junkie have like a codependency and stuff, so that's gonna be a little hard right there for her.
I'm gonna eat some chocolate.
The only reason she gonna stay around is because she is like the only anomaly that we have right now. Like we don't have anybody else that came from the outside world that knew one of us.
Yeah.
So we gotta figure that out.
Somebody in Colony House, there's free love there.
That's true.
Y'all keep saying free love. We are very intentional about who we mess around with. It is not just come one, come all.
Yeah, you think we're just a bunch of hippies. That's not true.
No, it's not that. Like, I'm just saying there's free love there, but like it comes with like boundaries and like standards.
Yes.
Because I'm not just
happy and whole at Colony House.
I'm not just in Colony House. Because I know some of y'all have like standards.
Yes.
I don't believe so. I believe the bar is on the floor over there.
Colony House do have standards.
Yeah, I think this is where I align with Sylvester. I'm like, Colony House.
Wow.
Yeah.
Bars on the
floor. Me and Sylvester got our own faction over here.
Yeah. It's called a We Shower Daily. That's what we got. I don't know about Colony House. Yeah,
I think I see a faction going on right now.
There is a faction, and we should talk about that.
Yes, y'all two, and then like Tyrone and Sylvester. I'm just neutral.
There ain't no neutral.
I'm a divergent. I'm a divergent. Okay, I'm divergent.
We're not doing it.
Y'all can have y'all little factions. I'm a divergent.
Well, guess what? That family and friends invitation at Colony House, it's snatched.
It's revoked.
It's snatched. It's revoked.
See that?
Okay, then.
That's all right. You can stay in town in one of our questionably houses.
Unstable.
unstable houses.
Very unstable.
First of all,
unstable buildings.
Everybody is pretty crazy just going into these houses. You don't know who lived there. You don't know what's going on. If this is an experiment, you walked into the trap. Okay.
Facts.
I have an issue with you town people. Okay. Why none of y'all are not carpenters? Why none of y'all are not like trying to improve the structure of buildings?
We were. It's the reason that the house fell down is because, you know, like you got a standing desk. This is a sitting house. So the house went down to a lower level. So now you have room to expand on the lower level because not only will it be when you're dealing with the house at an elevated level, you are exposing yourself to zombies, vampires, all the bullshit. But if you are
bullshit that's coming out, I smell bullshit.
If you are at the,
I smell a lot of bullshit. That's the reason why I'm divergent.
If you are at the ground level, then you know you're not. No one can go through the windows if you underground.
If anybody wants to check out our carpentry skills, they can go look at the box, okay, and hang out there.
No, because that box is actually a cow trailer that I have on my property, my family property. Y'all done stole that shit from me.
I don't understand why you're so neutral. Clearly on our side. Clearly,
you're neutral, but you're on colony house. You know
she's trying to bring us down from the inside.
we sent her there for that because y'all ain't about nothing.
Clearly.
You got Randall making talismans to no avail on the top of his damn truck or whatever he's got.
I don't know what the fuck Randall's doing. I really thought he's trying to do a sniper like bench or whatever, a sniper thing, but I don't know.
Especially if he finds out the resources are dwindling. He's gonna be like,
oh yeah, he gonna kill Donna. Randall.
I'll be Donna's right hand.
Die this episode, like this season, because in a way, I like his anger. Like this motherfucker is just angry because his name is Randall. You know, I'd be mad too. I'd be angry as a child. Randall, can you go and clean up your room? So that's the reason why he's so angry.
I think he's definitely.
Do you feel that he's gonna die this season? Because I want him to die, but I want him to like do some crazy stuff, and of course the faction. But I want him to die too.
I think he's gonna kill Donna on the low. Like something's gonna go crazy. Everybody's running for Colony House. Randall sitting on his bus, sniper shot, bam, Donna dead.
He's probably
Donna is not expendable.
Like Tyra Banks got shot in Higher Learning. He's just gonna take her out of
here.
What
is Donna giving us? We're giving Donna a lot. What is Donna giving us?
Donna hasn't Donna sacrificed, you know, like just her mental well-being, you know, keeping the whole thing, because not only does she keep Colony House together, but it extends out, because when the time comes, she dictates. When Boyd is losing his mind, she makes the tough decisions. Exactly. She appoints Donna for mayor.
First of all, Boyd was never losing his mind. He does have worms under his skin. So he was never losing his mind.
Everybody falls in line. Even the people who are in charge of something, when Donna speaks, they listen and they do what the hell she says.
That's just
even with the tower. She was like, go ahead, build your little tower then. Okay, let's see how that works.
And it worked. Terribly, but it worked.
Yeah, it worked. But if Donna dies, if like Randall low-key like sniper ass and everything, who is going to make those tough decisions? Because I don't see nobody strong enough mentally like Donna to do that shit. So we need Donna.
Tabitha, she can have to step it up.
Bullshit.
Tabitha,
no.
Tabitha,
no.
She's gonna be raising a baby though. Her and Elle's gonna be dealing with that child. So I don't know.
That child is not gonna make it throughout the next season. Okay.
No, it's not. That child ain't gonna make it to next season and cut Tabitha ass out, because no man, no sir.
Y'all are willing to go to war for this old lady and then just murder a
She is
baby?
not.
Your age,
Even if she
her
was,
age,
if she were old, they're all scared of her. They know who is regulating. They're all scared of Donna. They all know who to go to get salute.
Why are we scared of Donna? Donna's not supplying us anything.
Near your head.
She ain't the one giving us the resources. She ain't the one doing all this.
You are always going to need people like Donna who are able to make the hard decisions when others are too weak to do so.
Correct. Yeah. Donna's like HR.
And she don't mind being hated.
She's like HR of the city.
Boyd cares so much about what people think. Donna is I'm doing what I have to do. Deal with it or get the fuck up out of my house and go live in the woods.
And she will listen to your reasoning, but what matters the most is the people. And Donna keeps the people first.
Yeah.
And safe.
That's the whole reason why she was, worried about the damn rations.
Yeah, stealing food. Yeah, that's the whole reason she stole the food and put them in a location that only she knows. Where she's probably gonna run off and eat.
Who else? Who better to hold on to the food though? Who better?
Boyd.
Like, because everybody else is.
Boyd probably with all Sarah.
Yeah, Boyd.
The sheriff's office. The lady who cooks the food.
I mean,
and if somebody breaks in, what is she gonna do?
Definitely not the people who collapsed the house. Just saying. Not that.
Donna didn't collapse the house.
No, but she left it with what's his name's Ethan and his peoples, and they collapsed the house.
People who are less assuming. So like they're gonna assume Tien may have food at the diner, but if she leaves it with them, nobody's gonna suspect they have the food.
Intelligent leadership.
Exactly.
Because if they know where the food's at, as soon as people after this episode, I feel like people are going to be trying to find food, figure out where they can eat more shit from.
First of all, she didn't take a teleportation tree. All right, she drove her big ass truck to their house. You gonna tell me they ain't watch her? They ain't watch her from the window like, look what she did. She done took all that food over.
She made a few stops.
So you don't know what was the real stops.
All they have to do is make soup every day, and everybody will be fine. Tion up here making orange chicken every day and gourmet meals. No, Tion.
Facts,
I mean, they do have animals. They do have animals, so I don't know why. Like, I guess maybe they ain't got enough animals. Maybe more cows or goats have wandered from the woods.
Well, you know what? It's a matter of portions, breaking down those portions, because if whoever's serving is overfeeding people and sneaking this to this person because I like them, or they gave me some weed last night, like so I'm gonna give them some extra chicken. It's some bullshit, especially when we in a funeral.
It's just like everybody, you come through the serving line, you don't get a to-go box. Here's your porridge.
Yes, Mika. But only a select few have weapons, and Donna isn't afraid to shoot you. Yes,
she's gonna let Kenny go. She's gonna let him go.
She was gonna let Kenny die. And
for
Kenny's mother's died.
The betterment of the group. Correct.
Sure.
And if Tien was gonna act up, you can go outside too. You keep going.
Absolutely.
Keep going.
Wow.
We'll take that walk and start making all types of food. You can go outside, Tien.
She got y'all blind.
I can't believe you don't see the reasoning behind having Donna
I don't. I believe Donna rode her hype and her like big barb attitude to a mansion on a hill.
Thank you.
Where she oversees everything.
Okay.
Donna ain't about that life. She was left in charge for one day and started breaking. All right. Donna's not about that life.
Okay, who do you think could replace Donna? Jade? Really? Like, who do you think could replace Donna?
Okay, first of all, no, not Jade.
Okay, Kai, that was unnecessary.
That might be the worst person. Honestly.
That's only because Jade don't care about anybody. Jade
does.
Jade care about Jade.
Okay, that's people. That's
if Jade finds Thor out, he's going out. and he might send someone.
And guess what? If y'all not on that same
he ain't
little
gonna
portal,
tell you. Yeah.
If Jay finds a portal out, y'all better be right behind him because guess what?
He's gonna walk right through it because he's like, I can't leave this here. It might disappear.
Like, ooh, all right.
So no,
but I respect it, but he can't be in charge of nobody.
Jade is the mayor, and he should be in charge.
Not Jade.
He could be the librarian. That's about
y'all saying Kenny is about making those hard decisions too. Kenny was about to shoot Boyd. Kenny was about to put Boyd 6 feet under. Kenny's about those decisions.
Kenny's about to step it up. He's at a crossroads right now. I feel like he can go.
Boyd, sit down and get that needle in your arm to save this man's life because we ain't got no time for your worm talk.
That seemed a little bit much. I was like, okay.
I wouldn't trust Kenny with anything.
Just because Kenny done grew a couple of little dick hairs on his balls and stuff does not mean he's gonna take like full charge. He still got a little bit of growing up to do. I mean, we just seen him like the first season and then half of like this second season in Barney 5 High Waters and everything. He's looking like Doofus off a scary movie.
Y'all gonna be singing like, a whole different tune when it's Kenny's
like
house.
Some stuff. Lord. And Kenny's so now he's like, oh, I ain't Kenny now. I'm Kenneth. You know, I understand that he like beat his chest with like Boyd, especially when he was like, yo, who are you talking to? I'm talking to Father Cartry.
I'm saying,
ain't no Father Cartry. You talking to a dead man. Okay, I understand, Kenny. You finna step it up and stuff, but he still has not mentally, emotionally can step into those shoes like Donna.
All I'm saying is y'all want someone that can make hard decisions. Kenny wants Sarah in the box. That's hard decision.
That's not a hard decision.
He's emotional.
Yes,
the hard decision is keeping her alive. That's not a hard decision.
He's too emotional. He's one parent away from losing his shit.
Yeah, I agree, Kara.
Yeah,
I do like that he's getting a backbone, but you know, I do feel like he's got to calm it down a little bit, you know, because he doesn't want to put a target on his back.
When Kenny gets his throuple and takes his seat at the throne of Colony House and unites the kingdoms, y'all will be singing a different tune.
We would never let him in Colony House.
I think Kenny and Boyd just need to fight it out till he just gets it out of his system. I think they just need to have an actual fight.
They need to just off your chest.
You can calm down.
I was about to say, I already know how that scene's gonna happen. It's gonna be one hit, and then Kenny's gonna like cry, and it's gonna be a cry hug thing, and he's gonna be like, "I miss my dad," and because Kenny's got a lot of daddy issues right now, so it's not gonna be a real fight. It's gonna be one hit, and I'm pretty sure Boyd's gonna get
knock his ass out with that dad strength.
Well,
I don't care who y'all Parkinson. He's gonna put some shit on his ass.
Yeah.
He letting Kenny talk all that shit because he know he mad, but any other day he was been on that ground.
Yeah, because Boyd looked like he fitting to slap his own son. That's why his ass stayed up at Colony House so much.
You heard what he told that little vampire, "My blood, your blood, motherfucker." Yeah, Boyd.
No, that scene was lit. That scene was lit.
It really was.
It was a lit scene.
I like how all the other vampires were just staring like, damn.
I wanted some kind of reaction. I'm like, they just walked away slow. I'm like, what is this?
It's like when you know, like somebody in your herd, like an animal, when you know somebody in your herd is sick, you're like, all right, well, we either going to eat them or leave them where they are. And that's what they did.
I hope they go back and talk about it.
What if it makes him human?
That's what that would be interesting. He turned into a human.
If that shit happens, and I bet that motherfucker's gonna have remorse. No.
Oh no, he's gonna be chained to the wall for sure.
Oh no, I feel like if he did turn back to a human, I'm not gonna throw him in the box. Like, you know, I want to learn. I want to learn. You know,
interrogation for real. But it's not like he gonna have freedom. Like, you ain't gonna see his ass in town. You know he there, but he gonna be in the basement somewhere.
Tied up to a wall. You have 48 hours to give us all the answers, and then you're dead.
You don't relax to humanity. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
He wants redemption.
Damn.
Yeah, that was cold, Mika. Yeah, they gave no reaction to their fellow vampire dying. No, they was just like.
But y'all don't want to torture Victor, but y'all can torture this
part of me wonders if like, because like all the vampires look like they're dressed from Victor's time period. So I wonder if when the first town got murked by that dude, if they became the vampires. Like, I wonder if there was something else before the vampires that bothered Victor's people, and then when they all died, you know, the experiment evolved and was like, now we got vampires.
That's a good point, because we don't even know how he killed them. It could have been some type of sacrificial thing and raised them up as vampires. You know, we don't know what he did to them.
So, like, I don't know. I don't know what was going on, because, like, I don't know. Victor didn't give me the impression that he was like his mom told him to hide somewhere that he normally doesn't hide. He didn't give me the impression that he was living down in holes like Donna and them was before, you know, Boyd found those rocks. He gave me the impression like he was staying in the house.
What if they're alien spiders?
Alien spider, like the creature?
Yeah, but I would like say this right there. If y'all would like look at Victor's age, and you would guesstimate like around early 50s, maybe going into like AARP, you know, member age of 55. So if you look at the structures of the town, of the houses, and you see there's some of them like in the 50s, the 60s, you see some of them that's like in the early 90s. So if Victor's been there since he was 8 years old, and he's like around 50-ish, early 50-ish, mid 50-ish AARP card carrying member, it's interesting because I was sitting there trying to think about like how long has this town been here, and then when you look at the vampires, you see some of them that's dressed like the one that we like, you know, he's like around like the 50s, the nifty 50s.
Yeah, they're all like Happy Days dressed and whatnot.
Grease.
Yeah, it's the town from different, you know, it has different decades in the town, like with the houses, but also with the vampires, the monsters.
That's interesting. So maybe whatever mass situation happens, that, like y'all saying, that's the next batch of creatures. So if something happens in this group, maybe they will be. But I'm wondering if we're going to see Victor's mother as one of them at one point, because that would kind of confirm a few things.
That's true.
We would definitely have to see somebody as one. Like I'm that's the number one thing I want to know. I want to know how these things are created, where are they coming from. Like,
well, did we see like when we went to the car graveyard? Some of those models were pretty old, right?
Yeah.
That's a great way to sort of date what's going on.
Yeah.
And then those dates in the cave, you know, going all the way to what Christopher Columbus. When he supposedly discovered, you know.
Oh wow, yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, you right about that. It could be like that. It could be like the Croatoan colony that just disappeared and stuff.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. That's damn. That took that a whole nother place. Yeah.
Yeah, that actually be wild. That'd
be crazy.
Well, maybe they're with some type of what is that thing called? Like the Bermuda Triangle, something like that. And maybe they all are coming from different locations, right? Because the tags and the cars were all different.
Yeah, everybody's from different locations. Everybody had different destinations before they hit the street.
Question the selection process, and
that's definitely. I feel like once they figure that out, once you figure out why then you'll all figure out why you're there. Like,
what is the through line?
What's going on? Yeah.
And Fatima was saying that they all tried.
I feel that they died on the road.
I think
that is a purgatory for them. I feel that is a purgatory for them, that they died on the road trying to get to their destination where they're going to, because you know you have Eldrin going to his grandmother's house. Then you have like junkie meth Susie that was going to rehab. And you have like, oh girl, you know, she looks like the type that will go to the casino because she's dying and she has cancer. So they all died on the road getting towards their destination. They just haven't made it there.
But why are they all in purgatory?
Yeah, because it's Because now I'm thinking the people who've died, did they get some sort of
they carry guilt,
redemption or closure?
Yeah, I felt like all of them were on journeys that were really emotional, and yeah, some of them were filled with guilt. Like Kenny was looking for his dad. They were coming back from him running off. Boyd, this was his big retirement trip. He was dealing with his wife. The big trip before the divorce. Like every one of them were all taking just like big significant trips. The bus thing, well, he was going to go see his grandma because she was dead. She's going to rehab. Like the woman has cancer. She's going on her last hurrah. Like it seemed like everybody was doing a big, like, I don't know, like a big change in their lives whenever they were all on the road.
Yeah, the bus driver, she was saying that was good. She got some other career going on.
She said she wasn't even going to take that. Yeah, she said she wasn't even supposed to work that.
Ooh, I know she mad. I would be so.
Yeah, her ass is mad.
Yeah, ain't nobody can talk to me for a little while because I'll just be like, you wasn't even supposed to fucking be.
We don't have time for that. Jay told her, listen, pull it together. We don't have time for you to be sitting up here sad about whatever's going on. We got to shit. Drink up.
As he goes around just reading books and yelling and cussing people out.
Yeah.
Period. He's trying to solve a mystery.
He got time to tell other people off except for Victor.
Jay that sold his company.
Yeah, he sold his company. He was on a big trip too. He was on a big bender because he just sold his company. Everybody,
Jay got to start pulling his weight.
Jay was taking all kind of dirty good drugs and stuff when he got there.
Oh, he was lit. You hear me?
Oh Jay, yeah, that baby. Oh baby, he was lit.
He didn't even know they got in the wreck. So
Ty was serious with that. Where that Jay hate come from? Like,
it's not.
Talk about that.
He don't know anything.
I thought we were better than that.
It's not, he gotta pull his weight. Like damn.
Yeah, I'm not saying that it's not coming from a hater place. It's just the fact that Jay talks a big game, and I'm like, yo, you need to be walking around here, getting your hands in more of the pots. If you're gonna be being vocal and have something sarcastic to say about people and everything that's going on, you gotta start pulling your weight a little bit more. You gotta step it up. We done seen Kenny step it up. How Kenny stepping it up before Jay's stepping it up?
And what has Kenny accomplished? I'm sorry.
He's working on a throuple. He's working on a throuple. He's working on Kenny House.
He's too scared to even tell Christy how he feels. He's working on that.
Only thing that Kenny has accomplished is that he broke Sarah's little Christmas ball
and got some new pants
and cussed her out. And he worked on his little muscles, and he got some new pair of pants.
I ain't even gonna lie. Like I understood Kenny's rage, but after Sarah told that little ass story, that was kind of mean as fuck.
He's like, I'll break all this.
He's like, is this important to you? I was like, damn.
Jay the stuff in the book. He's drawing diagrams. He's trying to get questions.
He needs to be interviewing. He needs to interview every single person. Since he's claimed he's smart, the smartest person there. You still haven't solved this mystery. He needs to be going to every single person, interviewing them, whatever, to try to figure
working on it.
No, he ain't.
He not. No.
He's playing violin and eating and playing the violin.
He was playing a stolen violin. He was playing a stolen violin, and then he was doing nothing in his goddamn house. No, he was doing nothing in his goddamn bar.
A diagram with beer bottles.
We don't need that.
You could have drew that.
To talk to people.
You could have drew that. Like you have pen and paper.
See it physically.
Well, he knows what the symbol looked like, so why exactly?
Anyway,
if you build it, it will do something, just like the Stones.
No, that's not how
I think this is personal. I think this is personal, and this is not about what his country. Tyrone, I'm really disappointed in those things, and we'll talk offline about that. But I just want to say, that Jade is the only one who's trying to do stuff. Everyone else is emotional. They're even poisoned with worms. Jim is still limping like his son from him being under a house, like he was a damn wicked witch of the West.
Jade has allowed
all of it is a mess.
Jade has allowed Victor to tell him to go to hell more than once. All right, I'm sick and tired of that. Victor
He's
just
trying to
walk
talk to
away from
Victor.
Jade whenever he wants.
Victor's been
made
telling him every opportunity. Victor's been
he made him
Jade
play Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. He rocked back and forth on that car, and then he said, "All right, we're done." And he started walking away. And then he was like, "Oh, you gotta tell me about?" He's like, "Nah, we're not talking about that right now."
See, you have to be gentle with people. Because some people, if you give them too much pressure, they'll crack.
We passed
He's
that.
trying to take the methodical.
He's about to get dragged by a car in about 2 episodes. We are past all of that.
Exactly, and I'm thinking like this. If I were in this situation, what would I go to Jade for? I go to Donna, for the certain things that she can supply. I go to Void for the things that he can supply.
You right. Mm-hmm.
You would go to
what
Jade
do I go to Jade
for?
For
Critical
what?
thinking. Critical thinking.
I don't know about that.
Thinking.
I don't know about that.
Because who else is logical in this group? Jim is the only
the dude. Oh boy, whose house fell on him. Mm-hmm.
Oh, the Witch of the West.
Logical and he builds roller coasters. Logical and he builds roller coasters. Do you even know what app Jade made? Okay, all right. What app did he make?
Did the startup get started up, or what? What was it?
What was it? Did he start it, or did he sneak in and steal it? Just
it was his company that he created and sold it. That's
like the Facebook origin story. I seen that.
He definitely was the Facebook. He's Steve Jobs, and y'all gotta respect him. He's Elon Musk.
Elon Musk.
He's Elon Musk. Brilliant man.
He's more like Elizabeth Holmes. That's
okay. Okay.
Oh no, you did not.
There you go. Oh,
Tyrone, I appreciate this opportunity.
Hey,
I think this
dang, Tyrone.
No. I will not stand for this Jade slander.
Look, he just needs to step it up. That's all.
That's all we say.
That's not that bad of a criticism, honestly.
No, that is
First of all, every clue that Jade has had has been handed to him by Kenny's mom, and Jade still ain't figured out nothing.
Well, she ain't figured out nothing either.
First of all, that's not her job.
She said, "I'm cooking. Y'all figure this shit out." He already got enough to deal with.
And she cooks. She secures the things that niggas should have been going through a long time ago.
And she gave it to somebody who's trustworthy. Who intelligent she know will figure it out, which is Jade.
All I'm saying is Jade had this book.
Give it to Kenny, her own son.
He's been having
1 +
trouble
1
with his one symbol.
Yes.
Kenny is the deputy. Kenny is the deputy. Everyone has roles. What is Jade's?
I would not take Jade into an escape room. That's all I'm saying.
That's who you should take her to an escape room.
I mean, I would want to, because he's gonna just solve everything. He ain't gonna play well with others. He's not gonna like.
Oh, he probably will solve it by himself. Which
he's gonna tell you shut the fuck up, go in the corner.
Boy whose house fell on him probably built the escape room. That's who you need to take with you. All right, he's the one that built the tower.
Like Brainiac.
Jim isn't a critical thinker though.
I feel like
Jade is like Lex Luthor. He's the smartest
person. He's like Brainiac and Lex Luthor.
Exactly. You're giving them too much credit.
No, you're not giving him any credit.
Lex Luthor was president of the United States. All right.
Sylvester, I got a question to ask you.
Go ahead.
What is your issue with Donna?
Honestly and truthfully, I don't know.
He's a hater.
I'm curious. I'm so curious. I'm very curious about why you detest Donna. Please, enlighten me.
I don't like the separation that Colony House has. I don't like that she oversees
it. It's jealousy.
I don't understand why she oversees it. Before Boyd showed up, she was living and hiding in the ground. Okay. Now Boyd showed up with these rocks. He showed up with these rocks and she gets a mansion on the hill. Why?
They drew strings.
Riddle me this. The pastor had to go make his own church, but she gets a mansion. That don't make no sense.
She took the responsibility of overseeing all those people. Boyd is selfish and he only want to take care of his family. And be the sheriff and tell people what to do. Donna has more responsibilities than Boyd does.
Boyd isn't selfish, and he isn't just trying to take away his family because they were dead by then. Okay, he killed his wife, and old boy went up to Colony House.
As he should have.
So he had nobody to take care of. He can't be selfish. He's taking care of the town now. He's
very selfish.
These people don't know the sun going down unless he walking around with that belt.
True.
I just think Donna maybe done that. In her past life, Donna was someone.
I see where you're getting at. I see where you're getting at about Donna.
No, my question, it's really more of what qualified her to be up there. Like, we see Boyd, and Boyd is the sheriff. What qualified Donna to be anything?
Okay, well, let's pull up everybody's resume and let's exactly what qualifies them to
was
be.
T.A. cooking before?
The only professionals we know is Jade and Jim.
All I'm saying is, if you didn't. Okay, I went into the woods. I lost my wife. She murked a lot of people. I understand. R.I.P. to those people. But I got the stones, and at some point there was some confrontation that caused this split. That causes everybody to be like, you either stay in town or you go to Colony House. In my head, there shouldn't have been no confrontation. Why did she build confrontation? I know it came from her because Boyd wasn't about to do that.
Boyd's
what
rules
makes you think confrontation split people up versus necessity? And we don't have 1,000 houses in that little town, and they're not even stable. But Colony House has the room and the infrastructure to house more people.
Like, I couldn't understand you because all you got is excuses. I didn't get that.
I mean, let's look at the people. The people in the town are very, I'm looking out for self. I'm not really interacting with everybody else. I'm not really trying to help nobody else.
We have breakfast together every day.
That's because we have to have breakfast. Yeah. And Tian is pure of heart. She's probably the only one in the town that I really fuck with like that.
And she won't even live.
It is messed up that she running that whole diner. She only had one person helping her. All those people in town, there was one person helping her. And
you know what? Yes.
Serial killer. It was a little messed up.
That's a lot of dishes.
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, she doing all that stuff by herself.
That is a lot of dishes.
Yeah, that's what Kenny can do.
Mm-hmm. That's what he can do. Wash those dishes.
Kenny is the deputy.
Take out your goat
with them hot water flood pans, he could have washed them damn dishes.
No, he probably did. You think his mama just gonna stay there all night washing dishes? She was probably like, "Get on these dishes so we can get home before the sun ends."
I think if Donna takes Kenny under her wing, because like Mika says, Donna's resume, speaks volumes. If Donna take Kenny under her wing, especially with Kenny's newfound backbone, like I think, might be something.
That makes sense.
You know
doesn't
what?
Agree with Boyd. It makes sense.
I support that. If Donna teaches Kenny what she knows and then she dies, I'm fine with that. I'm okay with
sick of this.
You act like Donna was like your 7th grade crush and everything, and the way how you just Donna. Oh, she done broke my heart.
She was probably my 7th grade.
But no, I feel that the reason why they have Colony House is because town is mostly reserved for people with families. So you have all the single people that come into this town, and they're not going to fit in with the married people with families and stuff like that. They're more they just want to be boring basic and regular. And then you have Colony House is more, community, there's single people and all that stuff. So I feel that it's good that she does have Colony House and she does have rules. I mean, it makes sense to me.
Yeah,
it does. It just makes sense to me because because I used to be married, and if I'm around married families and shit, I have kids too, but then I'm just shit, I want to party and get my back blown out. I'm gonna go up to Colony House and then I'm gonna come back down on the Monday and live the rest of Monday through Friday like a mom to my son.
I could definitely.
All right, so that's
I could definitely understand that. I personally think that Colony House or the creation of Colony House happened because of the shooting. I believe that Donna and a few of people who are Donna-esque, like oh boy that just stabbed his son, weren't comfortable with the fact that his wife shot a few people and weren't comfortable living underneath his reign. So they were just like, you know what? We're going to go up here and you do you and we do us. And the fact that it what in my head was created because of that is a reason that I don't fucks with Donna.
So you just making shit up and being mad
exactly.
at Donna.
He's random.
Yeah, that's an excellent point.
Yeah.
I feel
Take your ass on that bus. Thank you. Bye.
Right there.
Yeah. Like I feel like the shooting was a massive reason for why everything got divided. Because I feel like if he came back into town and he has these rocks and he's like, everyone can be safe. Realistically, with all those vampires coming at night, you think people would want to be together, but they divided into two factions. And the only reason I could see them dividing into two factions is because some people weren't okay with Boyd running things because of his wife and because of maybe the color of his skin. I am not projecting.
Oh,
correct. Rico. Thank you. Wear him out. Exactly.
You know what? That's okay. The truth is hard to hear. But when we get to this and everybody learns Donna, y'all gonna be singing a different tune.
I'll give you
Randall.
this. I'm gonna go back and watch season 1 again just to because
I hope you stay wrong. I hope you stay wrong.
I think so.
I mean, you know, we still got a few episodes of the season left, so you know, maybe Donna will prove herself to Sylvester, you know, and because my hope is that at the end of the season you give Donna her props, Sylvester, you know.
Yeah, and she's one person you should give props to, but
you gonna love Donna.
That's highly doubtful. I mean, she gotta do something. She gotta do something spectacular for me to be like, okay. Well, now not even spectacular. She just really gotta save somebody.
She saved people her entire time.
No, we're not doing this.
No. That man fits 8 people. You have a house of 40. That was a terrible escape plan. Okay, they needed to think this out better.
The people who can't run and walk, they get in the van. The rest of y'all, good luck. We got spots picked out.
And honestly, in this situation, if you don't make it, you just don't make it.
People from the house was missing, and you didn't even go looking for them. Nobody went looking.
Where we gonna look at?
You want to live too?
I can't stand you. Y'all have to. Your people are missing, and you didn't even go looking for them. That's wrong.
It's like when you go on a field trip. When I call your name and you're not on this bus, we gotta go. So
legally, you could not do that. Actually, that was just an empty threat that your teacher had.
Well, okay, so it's like a cruise.
Real.
You better be on time, or you getting left in whatever country, whatever port you at. It's like a cruise.
Okay, that's
not illegal.
You better show up back at this house, and you better be here before daytime.
Hey, I'm an instructor. We don't have somebody because they showed up, and we like, you ain't here. We gone.
Oh no, that's how they do.
It.
That was my biggest fear as a child. As a child on field trips, I stayed hella close to the teacher. That was always my biggest fear. I was like, they're gonna leave my ass.
You better stay in that teacher booty.
I will be left. I don't want to be left at the Bronx Zoo. I want to go home.
Well, you'll be left in the town.
I'm fine with that.
We know.
Y'all will see.
I just feel like they don't really be doing anything all day, except TN. What is everybody else doing in the
nothing?
town?
They're staying in their house. They don't cook. They don't clean. They don't farm. They don't do anything.
That's the same question for most of the colony house people.
We always see these people working in colony.
We have a task list. We have a board.
Why do you keep shitting on colony house? Why do you keep shitting on colony house?
He is Randall.
He is hating. He is hating. That's the reason why
to start a faction.
I'm a divergent. I see.
This man.
That's the reason why I'm divergent. I see.
And he took an opportunity to stab Ellis because he's hated Ellis.
It was an accident.
He's hated Ellis ever since Ellis's mother shot up that place. He made it known that day. He made it known that day.
I mean,
that was no accident.
Does anyone in the comments vote to put Sylvester in the box? Does anyone in the comments please vote to put him in the box?
If Sylvester going in the box, I'm going in the box. I can't.
The box would never be in my future.
I said I'm gonna get Catherine on you. I'm gonna get Catherine on you.
My own character? Is that who we talking
about? Yeah, I'm gonna get your own character on you.
I ain't going in no box. I already told y'all. If I go to the box, me and those vampires gonna have communication. I'm gonna take all those stones down, and y'all can have a smorgasbord. I ain't going in the box.
Not a buffet.
Y'all better find another way to get rid of me. I ain't the box. Put me in one of those forget me trees or whatever the hell it is.
I know we've thrown down that hole in that house. That's where people will start going immediately.
Exactly, Karen. No one goes in the box.
That's the new thing.
I have a question for all of y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. It has. Yeah, it picks up. But I have a question for all of y'all. What do y'all think this season, the second season? What do you think? What is y'all predictions about the season? Of what's going on? What is your all prediction? Your future predictions. Let's be Miss Cleo. Let's be Miss Cleo for the moment.
I mean, from this latest episode, I feel like there's definitely some drawstrings being pulled, especially with what happened to Boyd and his grip and the whole turning of the vampires and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like if this motherfucker wakes up and he's not a vampire anymore, that's going to change the whole game.
Absolutely.
Because then
that would be the biggest.
Would you have someone who could turn someone to one of them and bring them back at will? Now that'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. Yeah.
I think the worms turning him human would be like the biggest thing. That would be the biggest change because of that. Like, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
No problem. I just think that it would be a big thing, and I think that it would just be crazy if someone had that power to bring someone over to that side and then bring them back, because it would stand the question, well, if I'm not the first one and this guy chained up isn't the first one, then who are the first ones, or who perfected this technology, you know?
That's a good
question. What about you, Tay? I'm gonna call you Tay Tay and everything. I'm gonna give you a nickname. I'm gonna call you Tay Tay, baby. Baby, Tay Tay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes, baby. Tay Tay.
Okay, I'll take that. I am interested. Mika just put a really good post up. I'm interested to see if Boyd still have any power left. Like, did he?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
Right. But to everyone else's point, if they change the vampires back into human, that's so smart, and it gives you another layer to this show, and more things to explore and more questions. It really would. But it also gives you an avenue for real answers outside of the people that are there that's not finding or giving answers. That would be so smart if they do that. He looked dead on the ground to me, but who knows what happens when he gets back in the house. But I want them to, if he does not become human again, I want them to sort of dissect this body and understand it. I mean, they don't have microscopes and shit, so it's only so much they can do. But at least figure out how it affected the body and maybe figure out to weaponize what they just did again. And if it's not going to turn him back into human, I want Boyd to still have the worms, and I want Ellis to have the worms too. So now it's not just Boyd out here fighting; it's going to be him and his son out here fighting. And since some of us on the panel want Ellis to die, that will be a cool way for him to,
redemption.
To get killed is in battle. As much as I've been advocating for Sarah, unless she does something spectacular.
What about you, Mike? Magic Mike?
I definitely think it's an experiment. Someone bringing up the dates thing in the cave earlier made me think like, potentially this has been just going on this entire time, just with random people that they choose. And then I'm trying to figure out, I'm wondering if the worm shit is what that man Martin was saying is worse than the creatures, because he seemed to be most afraid of those. He wanted to get rid of them and give it to Boyd. So I'm wondering if that's connected in some way. Like maybe that's going to spread throughout the town somehow, and it could potentially do something to you. I don't really have, I need Victor to speak. He's not going to, so he can die. Fatima having a baby, that's very just, we don't need that as well, especially with food going down. So I don't know. I don't know where else I want this to go. Because how many episodes are left? 2, 3, 4? 4.
This is episode 6.
So 4 episodes. I don't want a new group of people at the end.
Oh God, no.
Don't give me another bus. I can't I can't get attached to nobody.
I want a rivalry. I want 2 groups going at each other, either groups or the town just decides to go against a few people that are left, like the main cast.
When you say 2 groups, what if there was another town, neighboring town? Like I don't in Wayward Pines, that was sort of a thing that they had going on, where they have like 2 things going on with the experiment.
Yeah. Or in Lost, the others.
Right, the others. Like maybe it's their job to make sure that this group of people doesn't get out, and like they're in their own fucked up situation, and their job is to make sure these groups of people just stay in this town, and they gotta do whatever they gotta do to keep them there.
What about you, Barsky? What you think?
So,
what's your thought?
Like, okay, I definitely think that dude was chained up because his blood can kill those vampires. Mm-hmm. I think he was afraid of the ballerina because he says when the music stops, that's when it all blah blah blah. And he gave, like, I feel like those things were keeping him alive. So I feel like him giving it to Boyd kind of killed him, but that was only because of the state of his body. So I feel like it's still in Boyd, because it'd be kind of useless to give it to Boyd and then it's just kind of like one and done killing the vampires. I feel like it's something that's probably going to stay in Boyd until Boyd dies. So I would hope that they give it to Boyd's son as well. But I feel like it's kind of like an effect that only passes off through death. That's what I think it is. And like, I have more questions than I have like thoughts of what's going to happen. But I definitely think the wedding's going to be a bloodbath. I think the wedding is going to be death. Yeah.
Yes, the red wedding, just like on Game
of Thrones. Most definitely.
And when you just mentioned about passing the worms to Boyd, that reminds me of the Green Mile.
Oh.
If you remember on the Green Mile, when John Coffey passed his little, his little magic and everything else to like Tom Hanks, and he was still alive. He was like old as shit and still telling the story. I feel that's what Boyd has, because I feel a lot of like Stephen King, references in this show. You have the mist with the big spiders, the spider webs.
Yeah.
You have the blood passing, from that guy to Boyd.
I definitely think it's like, because like kind of like Demon Knight. So whoever has the blood that's able to kill the demons, they stay alive for as long as they can. So I feel at some point they trapped him and they kept him chained up, and they were like, we can just run wild because he's locked up. But now he gave it to Boyd. Yeah. So I don't know if like.
Question.
I like that idea.
Did it look like Victor? Because didn't he see the worms?
Yeah, he did.
With Boyd, and he had like not like a reaction, but a very just kind of like okay, like he's seen them before.
That's what I was thinking, but then the guys that was chained up, his name was different than the guy that went crazy. Because at first I thought he might have been the same dude.
Yeah, me too.
But I definitely think like it's something Victor has interacted with before. Like, I don't know if he knows that it can kill these vampires, but I think he's like, I've seen worms in people's skin.
What if the worms, like, because when he seen that ballerina chick doing her pirouette and everything else, and then you seen worms coming out of her mouth? What if his blood is to kill the vampires, those little monster vampires, but also something that he might be changing into something different? He might be changing into, he'd be metamorphosing into something else. He will be more just like more of a vampire, but something else.
He's gonna be the monster to stop the monsters.
Right. He will be the monster because he's like the good guy. He's the hero. He's the one that enforced the rules. He did all what he can because he's like the Can-2 guy, when he was in the army, he's the ones that he's the one that picks up like all the shitty ass like barracks and places that he did when he was in the military and bring them up to par.
Yeah, he fixed all the units.
Right. So what if he's doing this with the town? That's like, I'm the fixer upper, but then he turns into a villain while he's like trying to be the hero and saving. And all of a sudden he's slowly turning into a villain.
Ooh, I love it.
Yeah, I do too. And
I feel like I feel like mentally that is kind of happening because like he keeps seeing the pastor and the pastor does not give him good advice because he wanted to tell Kenny, and then the pastor is like, why would you do that? That's just to get rid of your own guilt.
I mean, that's true too.
Everything just kind of unraveled after that. He wanted to tell Kenny because he's like, Kenny's my right hand man. I need to tell Kenny Sarah's alive. It's like, no.
Do we know what the title of the show represents? What that actually means?
Not yet.
I was trying to think.
I've been trying to figure it out.
Yeah, I think it's where they're from, but that's it. And I don't think that's it.
What was the title of this episode that we're talking about? I forgot what it was. It was Lullaby.
Yeah,
Lullaby. I believe it was Lullaby.
I haven't thought about episode titles.
Passe des Deux. It was French.
Passe what?
Passe des Deux. It's French. Hold on, I'll tell you.
Pass the door. Okay.
Everyone is from somewhere. Thank you.
No.
Oh, is that the? Yeah,
it's the Nutcracker. It means it's the Nutcracker song.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so it's what she dances to, the ballerina.
Yeah, that's the name of the episode.
Yeah.
And what's the Nutcracker?
So you think that has some meaning?
Yeah, it has. I think that the title has a lot of meaning because I'm starting to pay attention to the titles too.
Yeah,
it's like Lullaby, something past due or whatever like that. It has something to do with the titles of like the theme of it, of what's going on, within the episodes. So, yeah, it has a lot to do with that.
Yes,
but I could definitely see Boyd maybe becoming the villain. Like if I had to take like a shot in the dark of how I think this thing would end, I feel like whoever's remaining will get out because Boyd has to stay behind.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah, I could definitely see that happening.
I feel that sacrifice from Boyd.
Yeah.
I do feel that because I mean wholeheartedly, because he does put a lot of heart and soul. He really does care about people. He really do.
He does.
And I feel that he's gonna sacrifice everything to make sure that everybody out of the town, because he did make that promise to everybody. Yeah. I mean, like, look, the dude works fucking hard. You gotta give the nigga credit and shit. You really do. You got to give his ass some credit, though.
Boyd is 100% someone that.
Yeah, I mean, when they arrived there with the wife and Ellis, was all in shambles.
Yeah.
You know, people were scared. They were living, you know, they were staying up under like, you know, the basements
pits
and
and stuff and basements.
yeah, they were like, you know, there was like subhuman, like, oh my God, we gotta go up under the, you know, up underground and shit. They're gonna be coming out. But boy, like, you know, yo, we're not gonna have this shit right here. We're gonna make it seem like we are living above ground. We're gonna be normal with this. We're gonna have some rules with this. He put a lot of fucking work, and that's the reason why I'm like, I felt that shit right there because I'm like in this new position and stuff, and I'm just like, yo, I'm like the heart of this stuff, what I'm doing. But I feel that 100,000% with Boyd, and he's going to sacrifice himself for the town and for everybody to get out. And I feel like that's going to happen.
He's definitely the one person in that show that I'm never going to be mad at Boyd. Like, I'm always going to, because I'm always going to support Boyd. Mercutio to the death of me. I will always support him.
he's gonna be a villain. I mean, he's gonna like flip flop to like a villain, but he also, but I feel like that's like a lot of like that structure, that complexity with him, because he's gonna be off, you know, somewhat. He's gonna feel jaded, and he's gonna turn into that dark side because everybody has that dark side. And that's like what I love about Boyd is he's going to go off that edge, and he's going to like become like somewhat of villain, kind of evil, pretty fucked up. But he's going to go back to like his original senses, and that's when he's going to make that big, great sacrifice for everybody. And that's that shit that I live for. That's the reason why I love Boyd.
I'll be waiting until it happens. I think. I think he's been putting in a lot of work since that Winnebago came in town. It seemed like before that little girl died, it seemed like he was just, you know, walking house to house, talking to people, arguing with Donna. Now, and it would be interesting if he's evil. If he does become evil, I think he actually would kill Donna. Honestly,
that would be the person I would allow to kill Donna for sure. Yeah, that'll be a cool way for the finale.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be like Diet Coke of Evil and shit, and then he's just gonna push back.
Diet Coke of Evil.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Well, if this is all an experiment, what is the reason?
What is the reason?
That's the hardest part, and
to see what they do.
I get humans. Yeah, I get that.
Why I don't think it's an experiment is because of Boy being chained up, and the fact that I believe that the blood was like killing vampires. I don't think it would do that. Like, it's just, I don't know. I'm not buying experiment. I would still believe it was purgatory. I'm still kind of teetering on everybody being dead.
Yeah, but based off the voice that came over the radio, I don't know. I was looking at the title of the episode and talking about the idea of the monster turning human. In the Nutcracker play, that dance is done when the king, which is the villain, turns the prince into something else. And so if that happens with Boyd and the blood and the creature, that would be a cool way to sort of slide that in under our nose, because it's about transformation.
Okay.
Yeah.
A little research.
I wish they would have told people who had not seen that show that, because I damn sure would have known.
I just thought she was just a ballerina. I was not that deep. I was not that deep into it.
It wasn't until Keeshia said the title, and I was like, "Oh yeah."
And I'm sure everyone of us was forced to watch the Nutcracker at some point in our life, and I did not.
Yes. Yes.
At some point. And
it's about a king who's a villain, and it's about multiple realms. King. Yeah, the Rat King, who's which could be Boyd, and he turns the prince into
Jade.
Or Jay, sure.
Or Jay.
Yeah. And he turns him into the Rat King. I mean, to the Nutcracker.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I'm waiting for a faction. I really am. And I hope this shit is not an experiment like it's the Belko experiment. I hope it's not like that. I just want it to be like where it's a purgatory for everybody to get like some type of redemption. I feel that I feel more connected if it's like a redemption story to where it's a purgatory before they move on to the next spiritual plane rather than like, oh, we just got y'all in a experiment because we just want to making sure, see how y'all react.
I agree with that, but that voice on the radio made it seem like that didn't feel like a voice of God saying you shouldn't have built that tower. It felt like someone who's watching them from cameras and saying you shouldn't be doing this, and now you're going to be punished.
But
which still could be
God. He was right though. He was right though, because it wasn't like the warning seemed like it fit, because he was like, your wife shouldn't be digging that hole because that's where those things live. So then, like, I don't know, like it came off so ominous that you could be like, oh, maybe he was evil. But when you think about it, she fell into a pit with all these monsters. So maybe she don't need to dig in that hole.
And then the town attacked itself. So it's just like, it feels orchestrated by something or someone.
It does.
I'm just trying to think, because what is going to happen if they redeem themselves? So is the people who died, they failed this test of some sort?
The reason I don't like, part of me feels like it could be death and purgatory, but then part of me is like, I don't feel like it could be purgatory, because why is Ethan there? Why is Victor there? Like, what do the children have to learn? Like, I could understand the parents being stuck in purgatory, but what would be the reasoning for Victor being there for so long? Like, it doesn't.
I mean, that's valid. That's valid.
Well, what happens when you don't christen your child and they die?
Oh yeah, they go to purgatory.
Yeah. So
that
maybe
that's how deep they want to go into
maybe this pregnancy. Maybe this pregnancy that has happened. Okay. Maybe that's like a one-way ticket out for Fatima to get out of that shit, because before, when she told her backstory, that she was in a lot of, like, she was not in a really good place, like in her head and where she was at. So maybe this it's like her one-way ticket to get out. Maybe she dies when she's giving birth.
Yeah,
if that's a way to get out, prepare to see a lot of fucking ecology house at that point. If that's the way to get up out of there,
that's the way to get out of that town, is to like have a birth while the baby is born, and you die in childbirth, because childbirth is like a life or death situation.
Yeah,
and maybe that's like her way of going up to heaven to get out of this purgatory.
So the men just screwed.
But then again, that fall underneath what Boyd's wife was doing, because she was killing people.
So like with the whole experiment thing, but then the whole thing with the experiment thing of the people like on the radio, I'm just like, maybe that's like another level of like telling them that they have seen this before, what they're doing, and just like saying, hey, yo, what y'all doing, it's not going to work.
I think it's guilt. All of them are there because of guilt, because they all felt guilty.
It's guilt. It's a lot of them carry guilt.
A lot of them felt guilty. The pastor felt guilty. The family feels guilty for losing the baby. Kenny and his mom feel guilty for not being able to take care of the father. They resent it sometimes.
Yes.
Who else is there? Rehab girl, she feels guilty because she relapsed. I think old boy feels guilty. He said he used to go to church with his grandma all the time, and now grandma's dead. Maybe he stopped going to church. I feel like guilt is a lot. A lot of them feel guilty about something, and they're all there.
Feels guilty. Yeah, everybody feels guilty in that town, and you notice that how everybody just lied to each other. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm all right. No, the fuck you're not.
Donna is not lying.
You are traumatized.
Not lying to nobody.
Stop lying.
Donna is not lying to nobody. We are fucked. Yo, Judy.
Actually told how he was like literally like feeling, because I thought that is a breakthrough for Boyd to like say, hey, I'm not okay. I got the shakes, the worms. It's not in my booty hole.
Yeah.
There's some weird shit I've seen. I seen this guy. I was in this like little cellar kind of like hole thing. I see a ballerina dancing around. I see Father Kotri talking to me. You know, he's
But
like
it's just like,
being vulnerable and admitting.
but
And
like
I
Boyd
feel
told
that
Christy, when Christy was like, "Are you experiencing any signs of depression?" He was like, "Christy, we're all depressed. What are you talking about? What do you mean? Yes, we're all traumatized. We're all depressed. What else can we be?"
Yeah.
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 Yeah, it was a wild episode. I was very pleased, very pleased.
Yeah,
but
it was a good episode.
but
Yeah,
yeah,
it was a really good episode. It really was.
oh yeah, they definitely cranked it up. I'm excited for the next one.
So
episode 7. We've heard
Yeah.
some things, so she get a little crazy. She get a little crazy next episode, but before we cut out, I wanted to thank y'all, again for joining me and my co-host over here, Tamon, for another episode, of the From Season 2 breakdown. Episode 6. If y'all haven't already, make sure you check out Keeshia and the Random Horror Show podcast. One of my favorite podcasts out there. She do really in-depth sit downs, and it really, it gets deep, and I'm like, I just be sitting there like, damn, it's one of the podcasts. So you're gonna laugh, you're gonna think, you might even tear up a little bit. It's you get all of it. You get all of it. So
I appreciate it, man.
oh
Thank you, Tyler.
yes, oh yes. The link is definitely going to be in the bio. Of course, we got Michael Anthony over here, Thackeray Binks in the building. People under the scares. Also 1/4 of Scream Kings. So if you're not following what he's doing, then you're also slipping. Because and especially you probably see him all the time on the discussions. Like he's always a joy, always a
He's
joy when he
talking shit.
stops
Yes.
by. Yes, yes.
I love coming on here with you.
Yes,
It's fun.
oh yeah. I try to keep it a fun environment, man. Try to keep it a fun environment.
Yeah.
So always a good time. And then we got Sylvester Barzay in the building. Always a great time when this guy stops by, and regardless if he's talking about Donna or not, like we love the we love the energy, man. We got Arthur Sylvester Barzay in the building. The Planet Dead series. Amongst a lot of other things that this guy is doing.
Right, zombies all day.
This guy is doing amazing work. Viola, holla at your boy, because Viola needs to, hook up with Sylvester and get it popping.
Oh yeah, we gonna kill some good zombies together, me and Viola. We'll figure it out.
Yes. Link's gonna be in the description as well. We also got my co-host in the building, Tamon Kane. The legend himself. 1/4 of Scream Kings. The author, Tamon Kane. It's just a list. It's a list of who this dude is. So get with it. If you're not familiar, get familiar. The name is up there to the right, y'all. To the right, at Tamon Kane. To the right, y'all.
I just want you to know the next episode is titled "Belly of the Beast." So
I'm ready for that.
And I have a description, but I won't ruin that for people. But
yeah. Oh wait, tell me.
I'll tell you.
Okay, so Belly of the Beast. I'm excited. I'm excited for especially to see what the discussion will look like. Next week after this episode. What we gonna have to say. About it. But again, thank y'all for joining. Thank you, Mika and Kira, for joining tonight. Always hanging out. Thank you, Ivory for stopping by. Always hanging out. Thank y'all, Black Star Collectibles. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you for stopping by. Everybody. But yes,
that's been you. for creating this space for this conversation and shedding light on this show that more people, like I always say, need to see this show.
Listen, man.
Space for us.
Everybody needs to watch this show. Everybody does. They do. They sleeping on this show, but I'm glad there's people in the horror community that is waking up to this show because it is from the director of Lost, and I was fucking lost on damn Lost. But this is like way better than Lost, and I love this show. I love this show. It's complex characters, the dialogue, everything, it's perfect. To me, it's just perfect.
That's what I'm loving. Black sheriff. Strong black sheriff.
Yeah. It's amazing, and I think, just more people need to see it. More people need to see it. So, and I feel like the way the streaming wars is going on and all these, you got all these subscriptions and all this, and we'll see we'll see the future of it, especially with the writer's strike and all this other shit. So,
for real.
Pay the writers, please.
Pay them.
Pay your writers.
Do y'all remember that writer's strike that they had back in, was it like 2005 or
it ruined Heroes,
like and y'all remember Heroes was like the damn best motherfucking show on NBC, and when they came back from the writer's strike, Heroes
trash.
Just like that, it went trash, man. I fucking hate that shit.
I bought 2 seasons on Blu-ray. I mean DVD. I bought 2 seasons on DVD, and I just hate when you buy some shit on DVD because you're like, oh yeah, it's gonna end nicely, and then they fuck it up, and it's like, oh damn.
A lot of shows didn't survive that writer's strike. A lot of shows had terrible seasons and didn't get renewed. Yeah.
Pushing Daisies, a shame.
No Ordinary Family.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
A lot of shows that went down in the toilet because of the writer's strike, and especially Heroes.
Yes.
Oh, they broke my heart.
Save the cheerleader, save the world.
Please.
That's it. With Hayden Panettiere. Save the cheerleader, save the world.
Yeah.
Yup. And the guy who played the senator, Adrian Pastor, he's been in like in a couple
Nathan
like
Petrelli.
Back in the 80s. He's actually married to one of the Dixie Chicks.
Oh wow.
Yeah. He's married to one of the Dixie Chicks.
Come on, Dixies.
Well, all right. Thank y'all for joining again. It's been another night, and as always, peace, love, and horror. And we out, folks. And we out. Make sure